the machine. Angry kid, bad at every level, calling out the kings and the fish and lady devils. Paradise is burning down, words of paradise, burning down the town. He talks, he fights, he stays up through the night. Paradise is burning down, words of paradise, he wears a digital crown.
Finally, we're to the CounterCast. How are all you vital idols doing? We got a great show. There's so much to talk about. I had trouble finding out what we wanted to talk about today because unlike the Sunday special stream, which is no politics, no culture war bullshit, that is all the CounterCast is, baby. And you love to see it because my partner in crime has finally returned. Cindy, you beautiful bitch. Give me some Cindy emojis in the chat, everybody, if you're a member and can get them. If you're not a member, become a member, you lazy fucks. Cindy, tell the people who you are and what you do.
Hey guys, I'm Cinevere. I like to talk about anime and gaming, and I am sincerely waiting for Leon to accidentally smack his face into the mic with how much he moves.
It hasn't happened yet. That's not to say it won't. Godly, tell the people who you are, how you've been. I mean, I feel like it's been forever. You've missed, I don't know how many Neon Leons. It's fine. Leave me high and dry. It's cool. I know I don't matter anymore. You're over with the side scrollers and Philip Chan. You're with the cool kids now.
Oh, come on now. There was nothing I could do about Friday, and I think the week before you were away on a trip. So you can't blame that one on me. That one was you.
I know. I'm just hassling you. I legit am so happy to have you back, though. Just like over in chat, we're happy to have so many of you guys back. Jackass G22 is here. Clipboard 20. We got Dexter, our best mod in the whole damn land. Anthony Way is here. Eagle Lord is up in this bitch. You'll just see it. Over on the Kick side, we see you, Zon Vong. Shout out. Cindy, of course, we'll be talking to you guys on both YouTube and Kick, doing her job as my ultimate producer. Butter Framed in Gold is here. We got Junebug May Cry, Soul Assassin, Lord Dragneil is up in this bitch. The Stream Elements bot is doing its fucking job. You love to see it. Sleeping Nova is here. Shout out. Future Over You, aka Paul, aka the IRL Bestie. Rimworld over on Kick. Appreciate all of our Kick viewers. We are actually, we're legit growing over there. I had like 40-something viewers for the Sunday special stream on Kick yesterday, which is funny because I never do the Sunday special stream to Kick. I thought, you know what? I should start doing it there too. So, worked out. Michael Doberman up in this bitch. You'll love to see it. Volmer Valdius over on Kick. What is up? Let's see. Is there anybody else? Melt the Sky is here. Appreciate you, Melt the Sky. Kocho Dragon, the Chud King, Sig Heil, motherfuckers. You love to see it. The True Aztec Warrior is here. Daggy Boy, shout out to Daggy Boy. I doth believe that be everybody for the time being, and I know more of you will filter in as the show goes on. I want to tell y'all, there's only one kind of good communist. The only good communist is a dead communist. Let's make them commies good. We got the anti-communist propaganda fund sitting right here. Fuck communism. Fuck Hassan, Epstein, Osama bin Laden, Dog Shocker, Fucker, Piker. What is up, Crow Vulcan? And let's get into it. Before we get into the typical stuff, the things I really want to cover, got a couple of quick ones that I thought, oh, this is interesting. Shift Up confirmed that Stellar Blade sequel will be self-published.
Nice.
This will allow us to lead marketing strategy to fully reflect the distinctive identity of the Stellar Blade IP, and we expect to communicate the unique appeal of its universe to players more directly and effectively. We are confident the next title will deliver meaningful, improved results compared to its predecessor. Do you know what this means, Girly?
We get more gameplay of the game. That is awesome. I'm like halfway through the game, I think, or at least a third.
It means more than that. It means there's not going to be any sort of restrictions.
Yeah, that's true.
Sony,
Unless they need to bring back the hard R. Okay, the shop, it was called the hard R.
Yeah. Shout out Roman Bridger for the sub over on Kick. You love to see it. But yes, like the idea that they aren't going to be told by Sony or any of these other companies, hey, here's what you have to put in, here's what you have to remove, here's what you can and can't do with the sexy outfits. Like when they go full self-published, that means that they got enough support from the community on the first one. There was enough gamers that loved this, wanted this for what it was. And they're like, you know what? We can afford to just go all in with our own money, with our own financing, and we believe that the community strength is strong enough to carry the sequel. That is awesome. Gamers did it.
Yes. See, this is what happens when you vote with your wallets, guys. Like, holy crap, that's exciting.
And you got to remember, like, when this game came out on Steam, because it was a PlayStation exclusive for the first year. So when it came out on Steam, a lot of the people that want to play it, if you have consoles that already played it, it still hit something like nearly 200,000 concurrent players on Steam. I believe that's what it was. Let me pull up SteamDB real quick and check. But I'm pretty sure that it hit nearly 200,000 just on Steam a year after release. So Stellar Blade. Let's go to the charts here. Yeah, 192,000 people played this game on launch on Steam when it first came out. Over the last 24 hours, it's still got 4,000 players concurrent. It's got 1,000 people playing it right now. Stellar Blade, this is the absolute correct fucking move.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of Shift Up. And on top of that, Shift Up is working with Shinji Mikami. Do you know who that is?
Yeah. I have no idea.
Shinji Mikami is the greatest video game creator of all time. He is the dude that made the original Resident Evils all the way up through Resident Evil 4.
Oh, okay. Okay. I feel like I should have known that.
They have hired him and his company to basically be a partner, and Shift Up will be working on the next Shinji Mikami will be working on the next Shift Up game that is not related to Stellar Blade. So we've got Stellar Blade 2 being totally self-published, and the greatest video game creator in the world, at least in my opinion, working with Shift Up on an unknown IP and unknown project. Gamers be eating good, son. And it's because, like you said, Cindy, we spoke with our fucking wallets.
Mm-hmm. Keep it up too. Like I keep hearing or I heard about Slay the Spire too, and how since Anita Sarkeesian.
Oh yeah, me and Sevi covered that for like an hour and a half on Neon Leon.
Yeah. So I mean, like, keep at it, guys. Make sure you're voting with your wallet. Let the game publishers know this is what we want. I mean, like, it's hard to ignore things like this. Like, we get excited for games that let you just enjoy it for being a game. That's a big deal.
When you say ignore it being a game, what do you mean?
Like, we want the sexy outfits. We don't want our stuff censored. We want.
You mean you don't want to be just a one button scroll through thing that lasts 2.5 hours like mixtape?
No, definitely not.
just making sure that I understood you correctly.
Yeah.
Guys, self plug. I have a deep dive on the mixtape situation coming out. Hopefully tomorrow. Depends on how much editing I can get done today. But it is going to be a video you will not want to miss. It is arguably the most important video I've ever made. So keep an eye out for that. Kalika Gamer, remember for 7 months. Hola, mi amigos. Hola, Leon. Hola, Cindy. When we're getting that French citizenship, you know what? Why don't you go kill yourself? Have you seen the whole Chrissy Mayer thing? No, I haven't. I know there's some drama going on with Chrissy Mayer. I'll be 100% real. I do not give a fuck. A lot of people are gonna be covering it. A lot of people are gonna get that bag covering it. Good for them. I don't know a goddamn thing about it other than she is like apparently torched her career and may or may not be linking up with the quartering in terms of taking his side on things. Look,
you mean
I'm
mayor may not?
Huh? Mayor may not. Well done. Well done. But yeah, no, I could not care less about the Chrissy Mayer shit. I don't particularly like her show. I don't particularly like Simpcast. I think that for a woman, she's actually a pretty good stand-up comedian. I like her stand-up comedy well enough. Shout out to Anthony Way for the 10 jewels. Appreciate you, homie. But yeah, all in all, I just do not give a fuck about the Chrissy Mayer stuff. I won't be covering it just because it's not interesting to me, and I only cover what I find interesting. Appreciate you asking, though.
It's kind of boring drama. Like, it's not really that important in my opinion.
Well, and I normally love drama. You know, your boy a drama whore. I love covering drama. But, like, Chrissy Mayer, since I don't particularly care for her show to begin with, I'm not going to, like, pretend I care just to grift off of it for a shit. Even I know it'll bring in views. I know it'll bring in numbers. I know it'll bring in super chats. But I don't want to pretend to give a fuck. I'm going to be real.
No, that's fair.
Then we got this news. Steins Gate reboot devs are banning everyone from streaming or posting gameplay commentary videos of the new game due to the nature of the product. Our company does not grant permission for any such activity whatsoever. Can they do this? This seems real weird. Steins Gate reboot devs announced total ban on streaming it or posting gameplay. A Japanese developer is banning everyone from streaming their upcoming game, refusing to let fans upload footage or share their gameplay online. Steins Gate Reboot is an upcoming remake of the popular 2009 sci-fi visual novel Steins Gate, which I've never played, but I love. I fucking love the anime, both anime, Steins Gate and Steins Gate Zero. While many anime fans will be familiar with Wintaro Okabe's time-traveling epic, the devs behind the reboot still want to keep his decades-old story under lock and key. According to the announcement, literally everyone is banned from uploading any content in the game besides screenshots and clips for personal use. Steins Gate devs ban everyone from streaming the game. Regarding streaming gameplay commentary from Steins Gate Reboot, due to the nature of this product, our company does not grant permission for any such activity whatsoever, the statement reads. I don't think they can do this. I could be wrong, but at least not in America. I don't think you can fucking say, hey, we're just banning you from streaming this game.
Well, I don't know. Because, like, doesn't Nintendo kind of do that? They keep you from playing their games on stream for the most part.
I mean, so I'm not sure how it works specifically. And this is one of the times I actually do wish Sev being the lawyer, maybe she would know. We have fair use here in America. Now, they can like block your gameplay and your footage and all that from being shown in Japan. I know they have the right to do that within their own country. I don't think their laws and rules apply to us here in the U.S. Our fair use rights supersede their company corpo bullshit. So I'm wondering when this comes out, if there's going to be gamers and streamers out there who say, fuck you, we're doing it anyway, and what the recourse will be.
Yeah, but aren't there plenty of like music that's out there that should technically be fair use, and then they still will hit you for copyright strike?
Depends on what you mean. Can you give me an example? Because
like Metallica.
Or that's not fair.
None of that is fair use.
Anything copyright like that is not fair.
Well, then what about all the BioShock games? Isn't that all 1920s music? And it's
still all original music. I'm pretty sure. It's not existing copywritten material from an artist. So a lot of the BioShock stuff, if it is real music, it's been out so long that a lot of those songs would be 100, 120 years old. Would probably be public domain by that point.
I would think, but like I still got hit for all my BioShock gameplay.
Well, copyright claim is different. I mean, you may have gotten hit in terms of a claim, which means there's copyright material. They can take the money for it, but you didn't get any strikes. They didn't take like the stream down, things like that. So that's the difference. If the company decides, hey, you're allowed to use this music for your stream, but we get the revenue, or the revenue is going to be split because you're using our material, that's completely legal and fine, even within the U.S. But again, we're talking that's an American game, American music, the whole nine. This is Japanese. But
Nintendo still won't let you like stream Pokemon games and stuff like that. You'll get in trouble for it. I recall.
I don't think that's the case. I think what Nintendo does, they take down things that disparage their brand, their IP. So like if you're just playing a Pokemon game on stream, that is allowed. Now, if you alter the game or modded the game, or you're playing something that is otherwise not the official product, that's what they'll take down, to my understanding.
Okay.
So all in all, this is a huge. Yeah, Japan laws don't usually go after covers, but they should. So Japan does not have fair use. Like legal fair use does not exist in Japan. Just full stop, it doesn't. Which means they at any point in time have the right to, yank videos within Japan that violate any sort of copyright stuff. Now, they try exercising that right on Americans and Westerners in general. They usually fail in the long term. Like, they successfully almost got Totally Not Mark's channel taken down for Dragon Ball reviews and honestly for Dragon Ball fan art videos. But eventually he beat the system. YouTube said, yeah, no, you can't do this. But we will be blocking all your videos in Japan specifically. And it was a very touch and go situation. But yeah, it's all in all, I'm curious what sort of gamers and streamers are going to say, you know what, fuck you. We're going to make videos on this. We're going to make lore videos. We're going to stream it, all this, and say, fuck you to these devs. I think it is a crazy situation. And the idea that they can say, hey, we don't allow you to stream this in a culture where streaming is how people make their purchasing decisions when it comes to games nowadays.
Yeah.
You are severely limiting your audience when you make a dumbass decision like this.
It's definitely a weird choice. Like, you would think you would want more eyes on it, but maybe it's part of like there's a secret in the story that they don't want out. Kind of like, how if you know the ending, then you're not going to.
Yeah, but let's be real. Those leaks are going to happen anyway. Someone's going to post them on a forum. Someone's going to write an article about it for Game Rant or whatever, and that shit's going to get out there anyway. So not wanting it streamed makes literally zero sense because you can't keep shit off the internet. We knew that Tobey Maguire and what's his name, the other fucking Twinkie dude from The Amazing Spider-Man, we knew that they were showing up in Spider-Man No Way Home like 8 fucking months before the movie came out because you have people hiding in the bushes, the paparazzi fucking taking pictures of the set and leaking that shit.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
So if that is their mentality, it just goes to show that they don't fucking understand how the internet works.
Well, I mean, they're kind of already showing that by saying you're banned if you stream this. So it wouldn't
yeah,
be
which,
much
by the
of a
way,
stretch.
I don't think they get to make that call. YouTube would get to make that now. Now, to be fair, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, they could all make the decision as to whether or not they want to side with the company. I actually think that Kick, at least, won't give a fuck. I bet if anyone wants to flock to stream it, they'll do it on Kick because Kick will be like, yeah, no, fuck you, Japs. We're going to just let people do what they want to do.
Here's hoping.
All right, let's get in to the main content of the day. What the fuck is this journalism? Our boy Asmongold.
So this is an accusation.
Some crazy, from what I can tell, anti-ICE propaganda. You love to see it. Let's see bitches mauled and cope and seethe over what's going on with ICE.
That the New York Times shows the damning evidence that ICE is offloading its racial profiling onto local cops, as we predicted.
Let's just take a moment to lock this in. The New York Times shows damning evidence ICE is offloading its racial profiling onto local cops. Wait, weren't you dumb bitches just like a couple years ago, all through the 90s and onwards, throwing fits that cops already racially profile?
I mean, I don't understand. This actually makes sense because they've already stated that, they do hire illegals in their department, like for police officers. Like, even if they don't speak English, they're fine with it.
Correct. I don't know if that's happening in New York. I know that happened in California. Probably happened in New York as well.
I heard it might have happened in Maine.
Oh, that didn't surprise me at all. Yeah, Maine is also a liberal cesspool. But yeah, I find this to be hilarious. They're like, oh, cops have never racially profiled before. This is all ICE doing it. Bitch, I've been around. I've been hearing you make the racial profiling argument like fucking back in the Obama days about cops. So what do you mean ICE is doing it, telling cops to do it? By the way, ain't nothing wrong with racial profiling. Stereotypes exist for a fucking reason.
Foreign behavior, a conspiracy against our rights. Let's watch it. Here we go.
I thought they hated the
These two
police. What do
stops.
they care?
Evening, folks.
My brake light.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have an appointment for it to get fixed.
In the first,
That's
a driver
not
is
it.
pulled over for a broken brake light. Before
Which is completely valid and reasonable to pull over. That is illegal. Whether you look now, I would never do it. I think pulling people over for shit like that is fucking dumb. I think it's a scam to get taxpayer money. They pay the ticket. It goes in the pocket of the fucking state. Like, look, I would never pull someone over for a busted taillight. Or if I would never write them a ticket for it. I would just be like, all right, hey, here's a warning. You might not know your taillight's busted. Technically illegal. Move on. But in all reality, in all fairness, legally speaking, this is a valid reason to stop somebody.
the officer even runs her license, he tells the ICE agent waiting nearby.
Striking out.
She's let go without any further questions.
You're good to go.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Now compare that to these stops.
Let you amigo identification?
You have your license? Do you have an ID as well, buddy?
Hey, how you doing? Hola. You don't have you got
So the cop is doing what he is supposed to do, which is ask for ID.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
licencia on you? Ma'am, do you have a
You know
have
where
a
this is
driver's
going.
license?
In most cases, when a driver looks Latino or speaks with an accent,
Hey, y'all want to check the other occupants?
officers ask everyone in the car for identification.
Nothing wrong with that.
Every single time I've been pulled over, which is admittedly more than I care to admit, that's been the case. And every time I've been in a car that's been pulled over, that's been the case. It is standard operating procedure for cops to ask for everyone's ID, as long as unless they're a minor. If they're not minor, then if they're a minor, then obviously not. Dude, when I accidentally pulled the gun on the cop and whatnot when I got pulled over several years ago, I've told that story a few times. They asked the gal that I was taking on a date, who was in the passenger seat, for her ID. That's how I found out she had a non-driver's license, because her driver's license had been revoked because she had hit and killed somebody with her car.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So needless to say, that was an interesting way to find out that I was dating a guy like that while I was in the police academy. That didn't make me look very good amongst my peers. But needless to say, yes, asking everybody in the car for their ID is totally normal.
Smart. Very smart.
Yeah, I'm asking you, do you have a license?
I'm not driving.
But when the driver looks white,
Cool, man. You just buy this thing? I'll be right back with you, okay?
Yeah.
When the driver looks white and they showed this dude who did not look white.
I know.
And you just buy this
He looks the opposite.
He looks like a light-skinned black. He looks like one of the Hodge twins. He looks like a light-skinned black. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
thing? I'll be right back with you, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just said I pulled a gun on a cop. Yes, and I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again for a $20 super chat. I'll tell it again for 5 memberships or a $20 super chat. I'll tell the story of how I pulled a gun on a cop.
You're gonna be good. You got your license, registration, insurance?
Can I reach for it?
Yeah. You got any weapons in the car?
Yeah, right under my seat. That's why I stuck my hands out the thing.
Okay, well, you don't reach for it, I won't reach for mine.
the footage also shows officers stopping
That
black and
guy
brown
looks like
drivers
he's
for minor.
vaguely, Hispanic. Like,
Well, also, that was a very cordial fucking, hey, you don't reach for it, I won't reach for mine. Like, he almost said it like in a joking manner.
yeah. So, I mean, like, what the fuck?
How are you trying to turn this into a negative interaction? The two dudes were smiling. They were having a cordial conversation.
Oh my gosh.
issues.
No way. No way.
Yeah, the window tint.
Like a tinted window, a license plate without a light.
gotta have lights
Certain
illumination.
shades are definitely illegal. What do you mean? Oh my gosh. How dare you do your job, officer? Oh my goodness.
Certain shades are illegal.
Yes. I said what I said. I'm a colorist, okay?
Not just the windows, by the way, people. Not just certain shades of windows.
I got pulled over for that.
Hey, thanks for the
I got
sub,
pulled
liberal.
over for that exact thing. I was next to a 7-Eleven. And a cop pulled up behind me, and then he pulled me over. I'm black.
Dude, I've been taken to jail before because there was a warrant out for my arrest that shouldn't have been there. It should have been clear, but it fell through the fucking system. I drove to a fucking come and go to because it was freezing cold outside. I could have walked, but I was like, no, I want to be in the car. So I drove to a come and go for a fucking Dr. Pepper. By the way, most expensive Dr. Pepper of my life, considering I had to bail myself out of jail and whatnot. But anyway, I drove to come and go for a Dr. Pepper because I didn't have any soda in the house, and it was like fucking real late at night, and I wanted some soda. And I left my car running because I wanted the heat to run. Apparently, in my city, leaving your car running when you're not in it is illegal because there's been like a bunch of car thefts and whatnot. They want to mitigate it, so they made leaving your car running illegal. I didn't know this. So because I left my car running while I went into the gas station to get this fucking Dr. Pepper, I came out and the cops that had been sitting at the gas station ran my plates because leaving the car running is apparently illegal. Found I had a warrant out for my arrest. They literally they cuffed me and took me to jail. Now again, I bailed myself out. I talked to my lawyer. They all got dropped and whatnot. It was a stupid situation. Still was $187 fucking Dr. Pepper. But the point is, like, yeah, this shit that cops just do this shit. Skin color guy. Because let me tell you guys, your boy, I'm a little sour creamy. Like,
That's me right now. I can say the N-word now. I'm not going to, but I
That's
can.
still clearly readable.
It's like bent in half.
Then-
Even though, what is this? Even a bent plate that's still clearly readable? This is supposed to be journalism?
Readable.
It's like bent in half.
Then come the questions.
Are you from Nashville? You born here?
How long have you been in the country?
Were you born here?
This is
The
what
guy
racial
was
profiling
black.
looks like.
No shit.
correct.
Who the fuck do you think is here illegally? Duh. Obviously. Who the fuck? Like, I wonder, who is it going to be who is the illegal alien? The person who you come up to their car and they can't speak English and they're speaking with an accent. You can't communicate with them, or the random white girl drive.
hold on, pull that back up. That is retarded.
Yeah.
This is why Americans should demand public transport like New York City and London. No more so. No, Americans should demand to give up their right to free travel with their own personal property.
So he picked two shitholes.
Yeah, right. Unless he's being sarcastic, which okay, fair enough. It doesn't read like that in text. You're basically saying, yeah, give up your right to free or to your freedom of movement
Yes,
for
he wants
public
you to
transportation, which by the way is ran by the state.
give it up to the Muslims, is what he's saying.
Again, I hope you're being sarcastic. Otherwise, you're a fucking idiot. Michael Doberman for 1975 Canadian. Even though that comes out to $14.44, I get what you did. I'll take it. I'll tell the story. Did I ever tell you my aunt is the longest-serving female police officer in Canadian history? I've heard crazy stories. I want to hear your story. First of all, shout out. Thank you for the 20 banger Canadian. I appreciate the 75 cents. No, I'm just fucking with you. Let me play you a clip first, and then I'll tell the story. You racist motherfuckers! I didn't know how to bring you back.
Look at this nigga's face. Look at his face. Look at his fucking face.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Alrighty. So here's the story. And again, I've told the story before, so if you guys that heard it, sucks to suck. So I was at the range. I was at the gun range, just doing marksmanship shit and whatnot. And now this is right after my first divorce. So I kept the car, but the car was still in my ex's name. This would have been 10-ish years ago, probably something like that. Around the time of the first Trump election. So yeah, 10, 11 years ago. So the car was still in my ex's name. And I'm exhausted. It's like, hey, shout out, thanks for the 250 joules, homie. It's like 11 at night. I've been talking to this girl. I think it's probably like the first girl that I was going to go on a date with post-separation. And she was wanting to go on a first date. And I was like, look, I'm not going to be done at the range till like 10, 11 at night. It's going to be exhausting. The range that I was at was a solid hour from where she was. So I had to drive an hour to her. So probably would have been around 11 to midnight at that point. And then I have to drive back into the city for us to go shoot pool or something. Which is what we ended up doing. So she's like, yeah, that's fine. I don't care how late it is. I just want to go on this first date. And I was like, all right, it is what it is. Now I'm exhausted, right? I'm tired. I've been out at the range from 6 a.m. all the way to about, again, 10 or 11 p.m. It's in the middle of August. It's hot. I'm in full gear. I was exhausted. So I pick her up and we're driving out of the town she lives in, and there's a cop behind us, and I see the city limits sign approaching. Now I have my firearm in that little cubby hole on the driver's side door, and so I could tell that I'm swerving a little bit. So I tell the gal, I was like, "Hey, just so you know, this cop's about to pull us over. He probably thinks I'm drunk." Then whoop, cherries and berries. So I pull over. Cop comes up. I give him my license. He has, license, insurance, the whole nine. I had not realized that apparently in some point or another, my ex had taken the insurance information out of the vehicle. So I'm sitting here, I'm looking for my insurance. I tell the guy, I'm like, "Hey, here's my license. Go run it. You'll see I'm legit. I'm going to keep looking for my insurance info." Mind you, I just want to preface, I know I should have told the officer I had a firearm in the car. I know I should have done that. That's why I bring up how tired and exhausted I was. I was not thinking properly. So I didn't tell the officer I had a firearm. Now, in my moment of brilliance, I think, well, maybe it's in this little cubby hole here. So I pull out the gun so it's out of the way so I could search the cubby hole. Well, I pull out the gun right as the officer is coming back with my ID. He immediately pulls his weapon, trains it on me. He's demanding to get out of the car. I'm like, "Wait, what? What the fuck? Oh, no!" Like, I realized what's in my hand. I'm trying to explain. I was like, no, wait, officer, you don't understand. And so, like, he pulls me out of the car, cuffs me, throws me back on the fucking, on my trunk. He calls for backup. Backup arrives. I'm sitting, and this is when they ask for the passenger, the gal I was on a date with. They asked for her ID. And that's when I find out that she has a non-driver's license because she had hit and killed somebody while driving her car. To be fair, it was a meth head that was sleeping on the road. I actually feel like she kind of got shafted losing her license, but that's neither here nor there. And so while the officers had me like cuffed and on the back of my truck, this is in the lead up to the Donald Trump 2016 election, and I had a Hillary for Prison bumper sticker. I tell the cop, I was all like, I'm a good person. I have a Hillary for Prison bumper sticker. The cop's like, "That doesn't make you a good person, son." And so, like, needless to say, and when they ran, obviously, the license plate, they saw it wasn't in my name. The name didn't match the fucking driver's license. That's why I brought up that it was still my ex's name. The situation got resolved, the whole nine. I'm fine. But were I black, I'm sure I would be dead. Dude, I straight up gun in hand while the cop rolls back up to my window. Story has a happy ending. I did smash that night. And when I went to the courthouse a few weeks later for to get it all taken care of, I told the story to the prosecuting attorney. He thought it was so fucking funny. He let me walk away with no court fees or anything.
Oh, wow. So you got two happy endings. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that is my story of how I accidentally pulled a gun on a cop.
Driving to Starbucks. This is the type of ideology that leads people into the dark. We all know what the problem is. Everybody knows what's going on. But for some
was a Hillary supporter. No, I said I had a Hillary for Prison bumper sticker. Hillary for prison, because Donald Trump was all like, "Oh, we're gonna put you in jail because of the emails and shit." Yes, I banged a murderer. I banged women that went on to kill themselves as well. Not because of my performance in bed. My idea, I'm just saying I've banged all types. But yeah, no, it said Hillary for prison. It was an anti-Hillary, pro-Trump bumper sticker.
Oh man.
Reason we have to pretend to be stupid so we can satisfy this lie. It's a lie. Is this so heavily edited? Yeah, it's obvious. It's so obvious who's doing this. So it's this. I think we should bring back stop and frisk. We should be doing this even more. It's very, very clear.
Correct. You break out the color chart and you bring back stop and frisk. Dude, I've told you guys, when I was leaving Orlando, I think I may have told you behind the scenes, Cindy, because we haven't really talked since I got back from Boston all that much. We've talked a little bit, but I don't think we've been on streams or anything. But when I got back from leaving Orlando, fucking Muslim family, a family of Muslim women, full hijabs and everything. They go through TSA like it was nothing. All right. Then I go through TSA. They pull me aside to frisk me because they say it looked like I had a gun. Absolute bullshit. Then I'm coming back, and that was back in March when we went to Orlando. I come back from Boston last week. Not only do I get stopped and frisked twice by the TSA, but also they had to put this little fucking solution stuff on my hands and put it in a machine to check for fucking bomb residue.
What the fuck?
Americans love cars. Are you? Oh, it makes sense. You're not an American, so you're worthless and mean absolutely nothing to the rest of us. Enjoy paying for expensive fuel. Our fuel's not expensive, unlike you plebeians wherever you live. I can fill my car up for fucking $20. Gas is like fucking $2.80 something here, thanks to the Iran war forced force genocide fascist Israel. I'm okay with genocides. I love genocide. I think genocides are fucking awesome. You are in the wrong chat, homie. You need to understand, your boy very pro genocide. You're in the wrong spot.
I mean, how many times did we say we need more glass?
All of it.
Yeah.
Every bit of the Middle East should be glass. Like every square inch should be glass. And yeah, it is probably because my hair makes me look like a dirty hippie. You are probably correct.
Where the bad actors are coming from, and we should be focusing on trying to narrow that down and reduce the amount of bad actors totally. I think we should go all the way with this. It's very clear. It's called pattern recognition. Exactly. Yes, I wonder. Geez, guys, I wonder if the guy that can't speak English has a higher probability of being an illegal alien than the person who can. Oh, man, what a fucking mystery. And then, they're pulling over black people. Why are they pulling them over? Oh, because they did something wrong. Yeah, but it's a tinted window.
Why are they pulling them over? Because they might be Somalians. They might be Somalians who are not supposed to be here right now. That would be my guess.
No, I think you're on to something. Oh my gosh. I was thinking if he was saying any other retarded thing.
If he does, pull him up because I want to keep roasting him.
I got you.
No, and so they shouldn't be able to get pulled over for what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? This is the same reason they always try. I am so sick of this, bro. I am. It's these people want you to actively reject reality so they can insert their own fake reality that everybody knows is a lie. Everybody knows where the illegals are coming from. Everybody knows who's an illegal alien and who's not. It's obvious. That's why when they went to Home Depot, they got a bunch of them. It's because everybody knows. So,
and the thing is, I actually disagree with Asmongold. I don't think everybody knows. When people say we know where the illegals are coming from, yeah, they think like Mexico, South America. They don't realize how many illegals are being trafficked over from Africa into like Mexico and whatnot, then coming up our border here. We have so much illegal African immigration. It's insane.
Yeah, and frankly, I do not want them. Please send them all back.
I don't want any of them. Dude, I don't want illegal immigrants from fucking France or Spain or Portugal, any of the white people nations either. Italy, even though they're not really white, they're like olive, which is not the right kind of white. But how you feel your tax dollars fund genocide, occupation, apartheid for decades, billions wasted? No, it's not wasted at all. We killing brown people. I'm okay with it.
No, it's absolutely wasted. Here's why. We haven't had an actual genocide in a while.
That's true. You're right. It's wasted because we haven't gone far enough. You're right. We should actually be paying, like, first of all, taxation is theft. But taxation would cease to be theft if I could pay more taxes for more genocides. You could get me on board paying taxes.
The problem is that who are these people? Mainly people from South America. I would say overwhelmingly people from South America. If you wanted to guess, what are the majority of people that are living in America that are especially in the southern states? They're from South America, and most of them speak Spanish. Duh. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Why is a Smurf Woke here? Because he wants to find some sort of clip that he can do and make it sound out of context and post it on the internet and try and get, like likes and retweets and views and try and get me canceled, not realizing and not knowing that I have literally no issue saying any of this, and I will continue to say it. It's fun for me. It's funny for me. And he's going to be really upset as spaghetti when he realizes the fear tactics that used to work in 2018 don't work nowadays. So yes, by all means, keep trying impossible. Glass Ukraine, might let Russia win? Yes, absolutely. Russia is in the right. I could not give a fuck less about Ukraine. I don't care if Ukrainians lose. I don't care if their country is gone. I don't care if it's decimated. I absolutely think Russia should win against Ukraine. 100%.
That just makes one less country that we give money to. So hell
bingo,
yeah.
bango, bongo.
I know this. Everybody knows this. But we're trying to pretend like it's not real. Why are we doing this? What is the... Why are we making this performative, intentional misunderstanding? It's outrageous. It's crazy. What are we doing? You know what? I know everybody knows it. Yes, exactly. And so that's what I think.
He says glass Ukraine. I need y'all to understand. I am pro glassing the entire rest of the world with the exception of Japan because I like anime. If it could be like if the entire world could just be America and Japan, our little Asian homies that do everything we tell them to do, I would be okay with that.
Right? Asylum seekers, yes, to feel good. Yeah, they run your plates before they come up to you. Yeah, of course they do. And well, they have a plate reader.
Were you born here in the United States?
New York Times opinion. More like New York Times propaganda. This is what they want to do. They want to intentionally try to create even more of a negative environment for police officers, misrepresent what police officers are doing, reframe it as racism, as if there's no correlation between people who can't speak English and illegal aliens. It's so fucking obvious. And so anyway, hey, genius, 99.9% of illegal aliens are non-whites. Do the math. I'm okay with it. Don't speak English or have a heavy accent. Show your papers.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Sorry, you got thoughts, Girly?
No, I completely agree. I mean, I had a thought a second ago and kind of lost it. Shit, hold on.
This is an English-speaking country.
Yes,
America
no, it is.
an English-speaking country. You should be here. You should be speaking. Now, you can speak English with an accent. Frankly, I think Sevi got a pretty sexy accent. But guess what? She speaks goddamn English. That being said, she says Mario and not Mario. Fuck her for that. That's disgusting. So by all means, Latinas not all good. But all in all, this is an English-speaking country. You come here, you learn this fucking language. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Completely agree. And I'm tired of there being people that are saying, hey, you absolutely can't think that way. No, absolutely you should. This is America. If you move here, you learn to be American. We don't convert to you. And you know what? This is why they're getting replaced with AI, and I am okay with it.
If you want America first, stop funding wars, genocide, and occupation. I don't think you understand. I want America to be, like Dax said in the comments earlier, the Frieza Force. You know how the Frieza Force, that he uses all of his armies and Saiyan contractors and whatnot to occupy and genocide entire planets? I want America to be the real-life Frieza Force.
That's it. Any brown person with an accent needs to be vetted. Fuck your feelings. I mean, I don't know about every single one, but if somebody can't speak English, it's pretty obvious that there's something wrong. They're not from America if they're not speaking English. So yeah, it's bullshit too. New York Times used to be respected and the pinnacle of journalism. Yeah, but that's the reason why these people have tried to take it over. That's the entire reason. So body cam crash out video today? Maybe. And it's called effective policing. It's an efficient use of police resources. Yes, definitely. And not even the way you look, you should no, even the way you look, you should stereotype. Yeah. I mean, well, here's the thing, right? Is if you have somebody that has a bunch of face tattoos and they're, dressed with a wife beater on and pants that are on their knees, the probability that this person is a criminal is infinitely higher.
And we can do this skin color side, right? We can do the skin color side. You want proof? I would cross the street if I saw Asmongold just on the street. Why? Because Asmongold looks like a dirty homeless individual, and I don't want to be walking past no dirty homeless individuals that might pull a knife on me and stab me and try and rob me and shit. Asmongold look like if I had no idea who he was and I was just walking down the street and I saw Asmongold chilling, I'd be like, I'm gonna cross the street real quick because I don't want to walk past this motherfucker. So
I'm gonna put a solution on his hands to see if he's made a bomb recently.
Well, I don't think homeless people are good at making bombs. I think they're good at ripping bongs, but he's called the Roach King for a reason. Exactly. So I'd be like, I would look at him and I'd be like, motherfucker might stab you if my back's turned on him across the street. So it's just a pattern recognition thing.
I mean, that's fair.
Then you're random 70-year-old old lady pushing a walker to 7-Eleven, right? It's infinitely higher, and everybody knows this. But we have to engage with this performative lie in order to appease people that fundamentally want to subvert you. They want to lie to you. They want you to live inside of their lie. I won't do that. I think that's ridiculous. And so it was mentioned earlier, it's pattern recognition. Yeah, duh, of course. And damning evidence, a tiny sample of cherry-picked videos. Exactly. And white drivers got a warning. Latino.
And they weren't even good cherry-picked videos. In all those cherry-picked videos, it showed the officers doing exactly what they should be doing. It showed the people on the receiving end actually being very cordial and accepting, hey, I need to get my ID or things to that effect. They couldn't even get good cherry-picked videos because even the illegals or the people that were suspected to be illegals were responding positively or at least in a neutral fashion to the police.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, so should we show them like the counter video to all this? Like, line up every single illegal that's ever done like something horrible to another human being, and then just being like, okay, now you can't stereotype, okay, you can't, but can you see a pattern?
Yeah, no, I can see a pattern. In fact, I will show you the pattern. I'm pretty sure I have the pattern bookmarked. Yeah, I've got the pattern bookmarked. Here's the pattern.
Oh man.
Yeah, here's the pattern.
Jeez.
So needless to say, round them all up, put them all in the box. I get the dude that killed Irina Zurska was not an illegal, but he was absolutely a criminal vagabond that should never be on these streets.
Yeah, I mean, I hate where we are at as a country right now.
Agreed.
Drivers got detained, of course, right? And again, all of this racism stuff, I am totally done with it. They have used this for the last 15 years so they can rationalize overwhelming the country with a bunch of foreigners, people that don't speak English, un-American people, so they can use them as a voting bloc. I don't care. Call it whatever you want. Call it racism. Call it.
Oh, really?
Call it whatever. But if I made $1 for each time I made a racist joke, I would actually have $0. 'Cause I'm not joking.
Based? Based? Hello?
You're
Nice.
saying call it whatever. It's like, all right, I got it. Like,
And it fit.
right?
Yeah.
You know, being evil, call it whatever you want. I think they should do it. I think it's the right decision. And anybody that thinks otherwise wants people to live in a fantasy. You want people to live in a lie?
No, they don't want people to live in a fantasy. They want people to live in the pods and eat the bugs.
Yep. I feel like if
I
you're
want people to live
advocating
in
for these
reality.
people, then you mandatorily have to live with them, like a group of them, right? In your house for like a year.
The rapes will continue until morale improves.
Oh my
Bloody.
gosh.
It's fear mongering. Yes, it is. And speak American. Yep, speak American. It's that simple. And that's just a social construct, of course. And English should be mandatory to live here. Oh, I agree with
Absolutely.
that. And I've said this many times.
This sunset is beautiful.
Bingo, bango, bongo. What a great video. What a great video. Look, at the end of the day, I do not give a fuck how racist it looks. That is journalism in a nutshell. The New York Times trying to pretend that ICE is getting police to be more racist after spending the last 20 to 30 years trying to make the claims that the police are already racist. Like, they're speaking out both sides of the mouth. If it weren't for ICE, the police would be just fine. Really? What about all the ACAB? What about all cops are bastards you've been trying to shove down our throats for the last 8 or so years? You lying sacks of faggotry shit.
Oh my gosh, what a load of shit.
Are Americans jealous of London Underground? If you stop funding worthless wars, you can have a subway all over America. Also, fuck Israel. It's so funny that he thinks that I don't include Israel when I say glass the entirety of the Middle East. Also, I'm not jealous of anything to do with London or the UK. I think you guys are a bunch of backwater losers that at one point or another actually ruled the world. And then what happened? You let a few farmers with pitchforks beat the absolute shit out of you in a war that we won. Shout out hashtag 1776. And now we are number one under the sun. We put people on the moon. Never seen you fuckers do that. Needless to say, America first, America only. Japan, you all right. You can stick with us. Be our like little sidekick. You be the Robin to our Batman. Fuck the Brits. Fuck not being able to pronounce the letter R. Fuck adding an unnecessary U to words like color and shit. You spelled gray the wrong way. Learn to fucking speak and kick the Muslim rape gangs out of your fucking country unless you're okay with your 9-year-old girls getting used and abused by the dirty fucking Browns.
Maybe that's why he thinks we're jealous. We don't want the Muslims. They do.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Alrighty, let's lighten it up a little bit. Damn, that was a good rant. Ooh, I'm feeling on my A game today, son. Alrighty, let's keep going. Let's lighten it up a little bit before we go back into more like kind of political shit. It'll be like more just making fun of Hassan Piker and whatnot. But Crunchyroll just murdered this anime. More to follow soon. Now I'm curious as to why. I'm wondering is there any potential censorship reasons? Is it problematic, or is this just like a licensing issue? Crunchyroll can't hold on to the license and they're losing it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's a good question.
murdered this anime, took it around back, and shot it. And this honestly affects every single anime in existence and anime that has still yet to exist. And let me explain. So if you go to Google and you type in 86 Crunchyroll and you click on the first link that takes you to the official Crunchyroll site, you're greeted with a 404 page not found error. And for clarification, I'm not using any VPN. This is in the United States, and you can no longer watch 86 legally on Crunchyroll's platform. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, maybe it's on other streaming services. Well, let me crush those hopes and dreams right now.
Well, now, to be fair, this could actually be a good thing. If this is a licensing issue, if Crunchyroll lost a license, yeah, it sucks you can't get 86 on any other legal platform. That might change in the future. We'll see. But if this is Crunchyroll losing the license, good. I want Crunchyroll to lose the license to every anime ever because I want to see Crunchyroll burned and crushed into dust and to be a thing of the past that is never accessible again because they have done more harm to anime than probably any other mainstream company in existence.
You have a message.
I have a message. Oh, why some Americans sent for foreign Ariana gone to the shadow realm and not Black American? They're stupid. Because that guy wasn't American because he didn't live by American values. She lived by more American values than he ever did. He was a disgusting, dirty, vagabond piece of shit who never should have been allowed to continue living after being in and out of jail 15 times. So, yeah, put him in the box. Put him in the box. Shortstop, sudden drop.
Because if you go to the initial post and you scroll down, it has also been removed off of Netflix. So it's not just Crunchyroll, but it's also Netflix. And so at this current time, there is no legal way to watch 86 at all on the internet with streaming services. Now, we need to address the elephant in the room, which was my open statement, where basically I said this affects all anime. And in fact, it 100% does, because 86 is not the first anime series that has experienced basically this type of treatment to where you can no longer be able to support the series legally in any capacity, which makes it basically hard to preserve this series in the future as, let's say,
wouldn't be hard to preserve the series if the goddamn homo-ass United States government would stop taking down our fucking high seas sites.
Is that what's happening? It's not Japan?
I'm sure it is a combined effort. Usually when these piracy sites get taken down, it is a combined effort between multiple countries because these websites exist in multiple countries and they break multiple copyright laws, ownership laws. At the end of the day, it is piracy, it is theft. So usually it's Japan in conjunction with other countries.
I don't know, but that's not going to make me want to go buy the anime, right? Like 86 is really good. It was on the list. Highly recommend it if you have it available, but this is kind of crazy.
Yeah, they literally 86.
Yeah.
Pibble up stars Commander for a 2-banger. Just like how I hate 4Kids butchering One Piece. I don't even hate 4Kids, man. I think that 4Kids is severely overhated. I think that 4Kids deserves way more credit for getting anime in the hands of just that, kids. Now, do I like the censorship? Do I like the changes? Do I like the bad localizations? No, not at all. I'm vehemently against that. However, if you look back at the history of 4Kids, I don't think that we would have near as many real anime fans. I'm not talking about fucking tourists, because when you're 6, 7, 8 years old, you don't know that this stuff is happening. But like you grow up and you continue watching anime, you continue getting into it, you get into the harder stuff. You end up watching Death Note. You end up watching. Maybe you grow up and watch like things that are from old school from the '90s, like no one's ever heard of, like multicultural all-purpose cat girl, like your boys watched. Like that. I think that that 4Kids did a lot more good than harm.
Yeah.
Piracy sites are taken offline and everything, one day it could theoretically be possible that this series could be lost to time, which is absolutely horrifying to think about. And a good example of an anime that's been treated like this is Recreators. I talked about this about a year and a half ago, but Amazon Prime was the only platform that housed Recreators, which is a very amazing anime, by the way. Absolutely love this series, fully recommend it. But basically, you can no longer legally watch this series anywhere whatsoever, and no other company from my knowledge has picked up this media. So it is now slowly descending into obscurity, and nobody really remembers its existence pretty much at this point in time because it came out in 2017, and it's amazing. Like, it's really good. Like, the team and everything that worked on this did a fantastic job. And this is like an example of how a lot of anime are kind of creeping into the territory of, if people don't preserve it and have preservation, it can become lost media and be lost to time, which is...
Now, I will say this is a two-pronged issue. Because on the one hand, they can't just preserve this. They have to pay a licensing fee. If no one wants to pay a licensing fee, That's arguably because there's no market for it, which is unfortunate. But if they can't make money off this, why would they spend all the millions of dollars in licensing it? If people aren't going to buy the statues, they aren't going to buy the physical media, if they aren't going to buy the body pillows, shit like that. So while I absolutely agree with the preservation aspect, and while I agree this stuff does need to be preserved, I also, from a capitalist mindset and sort of think that's not on these companies to do. It's not on them to spend millions of dollars if there's not going to be any return on investment.
I mean, I think that's fair, but if people are preserving it, right, then it should be fine. I don't know why they had to go so hardcore. Yes, I know piracy is theft and whatnot, but is it really in this case? Because it's promoting it to other
piracy
countries.
is not theft in the slightest. Piracy is the last bastion of true ownership.
It's just it got the word out. I'd watch anime on piracy sites, but I'd buy the DVD or the manga that goes with it, like whatever series that I'm really enjoying.
No licensing fee, wouldn't just go to free ad support streaming service like Tubi. Well, here's the thing: when Tubi gets when Tubi gets these movies, shows, whatever it be, they actually still have to pay a licensing fee for it. It's free for us because Tubi then makes that money back in ads. So if Tubi wants to pay $1 million for a movie or whatnot that's free for you to watch, it's free because of the ads, because the companies that run the commercials are like, hey, we will pay you $1 million to put our commercials on your platform. Then Tubi says, okay, I have $1 million. Now I can use that $1 million to get the license to something else. And it's a cycle. So that's how it works. So it's just because the service is a free service doesn't mean that they themselves don't have to pay the licensing fee to still get the media. Mighty Boy for a 2-banger. Hey, Cinny, hey, Leon, they should preserve separately. Right. I think it is up to the individual to preserve it, whether it be when it is on these streaming services, downloading it, screen recording it, buying the physical media, which eventually will degrade and rot, though that does take a very long time. So it is not up to, unless that's part of the contractually obligated stipulations for licensing it, which it never is. I've never heard of that being the case. But it's not up to the person paying for the license to do the preservation. I think it should be up to the individual to preserve it. And I do want to see this stuff preserved, but I would like to see the anime community, not just the anime community, this can be said for comic books, this can be said for video games, it can be said for any sort of entertainment media. I want to see people take more concern about the idea of preservation.
Like I said, horrifying. But
in fact, if you want to make money off of it, there is a brilliant way to do so. I actually bet there's a market for starting up a company like the Anime Preservation Society or something, where you can effectively make your entire business model the preservation of anime. And you can get, ad tiers. You can get advertisers to come onto your platform, pay. You can get subscriptions from fans. You can get donation funds, things like that. There's actually probably, for some smart entrepreneur out there, a market for a way to preserve anime, video games, things like that, in an actual capitalist-based orientation. Nerdigans, by the way, in regards to A6, due to Crunchyroll outage. Interesting. That's good to know. I don't know anything about the Crunchyroll outage, but I appreciate you saying that, Nerdigans.
Talk about the elephant in the room as well when it comes to 86. So a big detail here on why this happened is because of licensing agreements. This is when a company gets a series, they license it out for a few years, and then eventually the licensing runs out if they don't renew it, and they lose access to it.
Yeah, you address whatever.
Impossible came back. He says Muslim hate. Ignore real pedos like Epstein, Jimmy Savile, Ian Watkins.
Jimmy Savile. He was a notorious pedophile in the UK.
Oh, okay. The grooming gang is a media circus, and you weebs ignore Japan's pedo problem. Makes the UK one look like a joke. How odd that you say that, considering Japan has proven the UK has 3 times more problems with pedophiles than Japan ever has.
Yeah. Also, ignore the real pedos like Epstein. You talk about the guy that did probably literally hundreds of hours streaming about the Epstein situation. Funny thing about pedophiles, you can hate both. You can hate the dirty, filthy, gross Muslims whose book is literally within their doctrine to be pedophiles. And you can also hate the filthy, awful, evil, institutionally powerful people like Jeffrey Epstein, who fucked underage girls, who fucked children. So it's weird to me. It's like, man, I guess I have to side with one pedophile to hate. No, I can just hate all pedophiles. As wild as that is.
I know, gosh.
This is why you see stuff on Netflix and different platforms that are removed every so often, because Netflix decides to not redeem the license, so to speak, for their said platform. And that's exactly what has happened with 86, is that Crunchyroll, Netflix, and adjacent companies have not basically done a renewal of the licensing for the anime, and so now the anime is now no longer legal to watch anywhere. Like, you can no longer legally watch it. You have to go through piracy sites. And I'm just going to say right now that this is really bad, because I want to point something out. These
Pitblood Stars Commander for a 2-banger. So since when did doodles or pixels get human rights? It's funny you say that. To the Muslims, ever since the beginning, because you can't draw Muhammad or else they'll cut your fucking head off. For whatever reason, the rest of the world has taken a real Muslim-style approach to cat girls on 2D planes of existence. It's very weird. We're watching anime and the digital landscape becoming Sharia law in real time, because man, how dare I find Leaflet's character model attractive, you know?
I think she's adorable.
Companies, they question, like, why are people pirating our goods? Why are people using piracy to watch anime or read manga? This is a very good example of why it happens, because if you can take a series away from me after a given time and I can no longer legally watch it anywhere, you can no longer blame me for wanting to pirate the series. I'm just going to be completely blunt. Like, you cannot blame someone now if they want to watch 86 that they pirate it, because you're not supporting it anymore. It's out of your hands. But I'm going to be honest with you, these companies still would be very upset with you if you're.
So, quick addendum, I do want to thanks to our girl Nerdigans, who does great anime coverage. If you guys don't follow her, you absolutely should. One of my mods, put Patrick Girl's stuff in the chat, please. Crunchyroll has not lost the rights to the 86 anime. 86 anime is Crunchyroll URL entering the 404 error. Seems to be from an ongoing outage. And frankly, again, with Crunchyroll being an absolutely dog shit site, I hope to see more outages, and I hope for them to eventually go away completely, because fuck Crunchyroll.
Wait, what does outage mean here?
So if I had to wager a guess, they likely have a bunch of ongoing server issues, and it's affecting not necessarily the whole site, but specific pockets of the site.
I wonder, did it have anything to do with Anime Kai and how they lost all their servers?
That seems like a question for Nerdigans, not me.
Okay.
And by the way, even if what Chibi is saying is wrong in regards to 86, like what happened with 86, he is still correct about the overall mentality of losing rights, licensing fees, anime potentially being lost media. So like even if he was, and I said from the beginning, I thought it was a licensing thing, but you know, thankfully Nerdigans corrected us. But even if he is wrong about this particular example, the overall problem is still a prevalent one and worth talking about.
86 on a pirate site, even though you can no longer legally watch it anywhere, they would absolutely piss and shit themselves if you were to dare try to do something like that and they found out about it. And I would be completely blunt with you, they would still try to take down, for instance, piracy sites over just 86, even though they no longer have the licensing towards it. I'm not even joking. They would actually go that far just to kind of burn this series to the ground, where you can no longer be able to watch it or anything like that or support it, even though they don't legally have it anymore. But
Trauma Tuna, the Quengo was on the YouTube side, not the Kick side. Quengos don't often, I've seen them on Kick, but it's very rare. Quengos usually are on YouTube.
I always get them in Kick.
Really?
Yeah. I've had 3 now.
I've never once gotten a Quengo on Kick.
Yeah.
Talk about another big detail and the lack of the renewal of the license. So, for years now, for a long time, we have been waiting for 86 to have a potential season 2 announcement. A lot of us have, myself included. I remember reviewing the episodes, the delays, and all that. There was so many of us anxiously waiting for a season 2 announcement. Now, in 2026, we finally have some new information on 86, but it's not the news that we wanted to see. The news that we received was that the licensing has run out and you can no longer legally watch this series. And this indicates that there's probably not a season 2 in the works. And the reason why I say that is because when a licensing runs out like this, and these big companies like Crunchyroll, Netflix, they're kind of in the know. They know kind of what projects are coming up or what's being worked on, and if they're wanting to get a hold of it in some shape or form. And I'm not saying this is always the case. They don't always know everything, but they do have a little bit more insider information than we do. And the fact that they decided not to just straight up renew this series whatsoever does indicate that if
Daxnar, you're late. I made that joke already.
there is a season 2 coming, it might not currently being worked on. That it's not a priority or anything like that.
Funimation doing a lot of physical releases, and whether they stop because of Crunchyroll or not to me is irrelevant, because Funimation was also a dog shit, awful, evil company. They were just as bad as Crunchyroll. So like the lack of physical release, yes, it sucks, but I wouldn't want to support Funimation either, because Funimation was just an absolutely evil company. Hashtag
I wish Japan would release a streaming service that was worldwide, global. I would be so fucking happy.
They are missing out on boatloads of cash by not doing that.
Oh my gosh.
And that they
and yeah, Discotek. So Discotek has had some issues with individual localizers. Discotek has also caught those issues, fired them, removed them, and Discotek seems like they care about mitigating the issue. So I'm not 100% anti-Discotek yet. Like when that shit went down with the dude who was praising how they changed and altered that anime. I'm blanking on which one it was, and how, you know, the anime was a dog shit anime and they made it good. Like Discotek fired those folks. Discotek are the ones doing the anniversary re-release of Golden Boy, which I think is awesome. I haven't seen, now if there's other issues I'm unaware of with Discotek, send them to me, because I would like to know. But I haven't burned a bridge with Discotek yet. I actually would like to get the Discotek re-release of the Golden Boy Anniversary Edition, because I want to own Golden Boy physically.
Oh man, yeah, I need to look into that.
I sent it to you and you said, "Nah, fuck them."
This guy, he's just reaching. Please let me hit all the buzzwords. Let me be relevant. Sir.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna dignify that one. They said return to. I'm not gonna dignify that one.
Yeah, that's good.
See, Vagabond is very, very picky with his anime and his manga and whatnot. So if he says he buys from Discotek, then I'd be willing to guess that that Discotek's probably still on the positive side. Unfortunately, Jello Apocalypse Boss is still botching anime dubs. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that whatsoever. But and if you have examples that you can send to me or that you can show me, you're going to just state right here, Nerdigans, fair enough. But Discotek seems to be, even if they're not one of the good ones, they're certainly better than the alternative, which is, let's say, Crunchyroll. Viz Media is also evil. Fuck Viz Media.
Don't care about
any company that turned on Vic Mignogna is on my shit list, and Viz Media was one of them. Viz Media could do anything and everything correctly in terms of their dubs, in terms of their localization / translations. It would not matter. The moment you as a company turned on Vic Mignogna, you're on my never buy from again list.
That's completely fair.
Series whatsoever, despite obviously it having a dedicated fan base, a lot of people that love this series, and that has been begging for a season 2 for a very long time. So yeah, this is pretty depressing. Basically, indirectly saying,
I'm more of a subtitle guy myself as well, but with Golden Boy, you watch the dub.
Wait, Cowboy, I have gone unpreached on every single hill how much I hate dub, okay? Every single hill I could find. I went and preached subtitles, but I have to agree, the dub is actually better.
Yeah, agreed. The Golden Boy's dub is legendary. Mighty Boy with a 60 or with a 5-banger says, let me be relevant too. Unlike all the I like all the things you hate. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Let me be relevant too. I like all the things you hate. Yes. Yeah, that is exactly what this homo is doing. 100%. Shout out. Appreciate you, homie. This is for you.
I know you've done absolutely nothing productive today, but who gives a shit? You're just a weird little gay boy doing the best you can, and I'm proud of you for making it this far in life as a gay little weirdo. Keep shining.
there are a handful of dubs that I love and think are better than the original. I've never even seen the Japanese dub of Cowboy Bebop. The English dub of Cowboy Bebop is perfection. Again, Golden Boy is the exception. Full Metal Alchemist, like anything with Vic in, I will watch dubbed because I love hearing Vic's voice. I think Vic is an amazing actor. So, Oran High School Host Club, Full Metal Alchemist, yeah, I will watch that. And then music anime where the music was written for English, such as Beck, which is my second favorite anime of all time, Carol and Tuesday. If the music was written in English and is performed by Japanese people singing in English, it usually fucks up the music. So most music anime, if the music was written for English, watch dubbed. That's pretty much where I draw my line. Yeah, Golden Boy, anything with Vic, Cowboy Bebop, and then music anime where the music was written in English.
Completely fair. I didn't watch a ton in English.
I watched the vast majority of anime subtitled, but that's kind of like the barometer.
Yeah.
Get a season 2. We might not ever get a season 2 for a very long time. Now, I could be dead wrong here because there is an example to kind of go against this, and that is Bleach. When the 1,000-Year Blood War, the last big season we've had, the big stretch of Bleach we've gotten in the 2020s, before the anime started to officially come out, there was no legal way to watch the Bleach anime. I made a few videos covering this years ago, but for those that are unaware, when Bleach was coming back, and it came back, it was getting an anime and everything, the original series, you could not legally watch it for months because of licensing bullshit and everything like that, and it was disgraceful, especially with just how poor the marketing was around Bleach, and how the series obviously is a cult classic, there's a lot of fan base, just everything the way that was handled was just very bad, and I hope that the situation here is one of those extreme cases, but I honestly highly doubt it because Bleach is a very circumstantial series, and I don't think 86 kind of falls into that category. I think it falls into a category like Recreators, where it's becoming forgotten media. It's becoming media that is slowly fading out of memory with the passage of time, and that's what it feels like. So,
which is
this
crazy.
Is incredibly depressing.
I feel like people would really appreciate 86, especially right now, because there's a lot of fighting within their continent, and how there is a really abundant racism, and
Base.
Yeah,
racism is awesome.
I feel like it's a really good show that people are sleeping on. If you can watch 86, I highly recommend it.
You heard it here first, folks.
News. I did not want to see this news today, but it more or less, I think, settles one big thing. Are we getting a season 2? Most likely not. Very, very unlikely. And the reason why I think so is because the content of 86 is fundamentally not what the 2020s wants. And hear me out, okay, before I get grilled here. Obviously,
I don't remember how good the Black Lagoon dub is for any characters except Revy, but Revy's my girl. I will watch her dubbed all day, every day, because, oh my god, Revy is my second favorite anime waifu of all time, and her dub is fantastic. I don't really remember the rest of the cast, how good their dub is or not.
There's a dedicated fan base. People love 86, myself included. There's a reason why this is trending, why it has 2.5 million views on this post. There is a reason. There is interest. But in the grand scheme of things of statistics, looking at just the cold, hard statistics, we all know what's popular right now. We all know how the anime community and industry is right now. It's wanting shonen. It's wanting easy to digest in view shows. And 86 is not one of those shows. It is a very complex, very thematic, plays with a lot of themes from history. It's a very, I wouldn't say it's complex, like maximum complex, the most in-depth series of all time, but it definitely is more than, let's say, the run-of-the-mill most popular stuff in the 2020s. So I think that in general...
Because the run-of-the-mill most popular stuff of the 2020s, by and large, fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few exceptions. My Dress Up Darling is incredibly popular. It is amazing. Frieren, amazing. Most of the 2020s popular shit is homo ass-pounding bullshit that the COVID colonizers got into, so...
Then I think you'll like 86. It's good.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it. We just need to get some of our sites back.
And
oh, man.
with what companies are looking at statistic-wise, they're looking at 86 as something that's probably not worth as investing in as, let's say, something that would be easier to do, like, for instance, something similar to JJK or Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, stuff like that. And does that suck? Yes, it sucks. I don't like it. But we do have to look at the facts here, and that's probably how some of these companies are operating, and 86 is one of those series that I think that they believe that because of how long it's been since it came out, but also because of what is the trend now, people just wouldn't like a story like this. And so that's a possibility. I could be wrong, but that's what I believe. It's just, this is sad news, man. I really don't like seeing this news because I've been waiting years to see a season 2. I hope that this video ages like milk, like it ages like moldy milk, and like there's a season 2 announcement in a week or two, but I doubt it. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe, leave a like on the video. Helps out a lot with the algorithm. Hype the video too. I know that helps as well. Chibi out.
You love to see it. Excellent video. Let me there we go. Drop this in the chat for you guys. Bingo, bango, bongo. Yeah, at the end of the day, oh yes, absolutely do that, please, Cindy. I see the private message. But yeah, all in all, anime in general will always be at risk of becoming lost media. That is why it is up to the individual to try and be the person that preserves it, whether it be by downloading the anime from the websites that there's an option to do that, or torrents if need be, buying the physical media, which sometimes is incredibly expensive, or just sometimes just flat out doesn't exist. I mean, man, I've watched so many anime that people just don't fucking know about, they've never heard about because they were available on piracy sites. So like, if we go to my Kitsu account here, let's see, give me one moment. All right, I'm gonna go to library, completed, and let's share my screen. Now, where is it? Here it is. All-purpose cultural cat girl Nuku Nuku. 1999. How many of you guys have even fucking heard of this shit?
I've even watched a little bit of it.
Oh, my girl. Well done.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else we got? Let's just go to my completed page. There's so many just weird, wacky, off-the-wall anime. Yeah, Iria. This one's that was.
Oh man, I haven't seen that in a while.
Iria.
Armitage the Third.
Blue Submarine number 6.
Oh yeah, you even got Clamp.
Yeah,
Okay.
3x3 Eyes.
Oh shit.
Now and then here. There was honestly, this anime sucks. It's probably one of the most original isekai of all time, so I recommend it for that. But I don't like isekai, so I'm not a fan. Dude, like, absolute classic. Bubblegum Crisis. Witchblade, the Witchblade adaptation. The Heroic Legend of Arland OVA that got canceled is by the same people that did Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Cyber City 808, like that was so much fun. Chinese Ghost Story is very weird and not good, but worth a watch just so you like can experience it, I guess. Oh, Otaku no Video. This is one of the craziest anime I've ever seen. It's only 2 episodes long, and it's an anime mockumentary about otaku culture in the 80s. So imagine
Gainax was founded? Yeah.
Imagine, yeah, it's based on how Gainax was founded. Yeah. It's such a weird fucking anime, and it's done like in the style of The Office, where they cut to like interviews with people, but they're fake interviews. It's highly recommend Otaku no Video if you've never seen it. But my point is, yeah, Goku Midnight Eye. So many of these could become lost media if we're not careful.
Yeah, completely agreed. I really do think that there's a great importance to piracy sites. I wish the government and stuff saw it too, but I don't know. Far-fetched. Somebody needs to make an anime preservation site, please.
I think there's absolutely a market for anime preservation. I think somebody could break out the full-on capitalism when it comes to anime preservation and can make a chunk of change doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But we got one more video to go over, and I've been looking forward to going over this specifically with Cindy. I've had this I could have talked about it with Sevi last night, but I wanted it with Cinny because is our boy Nux. Is our boy Nux, baby.
Hell yeah.
Hassan's girlfriend just fucking leaked everything. Now, Nux always does that clickbait shit, so it's probably not true. But even so, I was referencing this video last night and about how I wanted to watch it. They're like, oh, Leon, it's not girlfriend, it's ex-girlfriend. Valkyrie may, we'll find out when we watch the video, but Valkyrie may or may not have broke up with Hassan because he won't give her kids.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see.
Trouble in paradise. Hassan Piker, largest leftist political streamer on the planet, is going through quite a, unfortunately, very messy situation with his girlfriend, Valkyrie, who actually really wants kids, but because she's a woman, and she doesn't want to admit it because she's a leftist.
So I don't remember what video we were referring to or that we were watching, but Valkyrie came up on screen. I think it was Shoe on Head's video. It was Shoe on Head's Pragmata video. And she uses clips from Valkyrie on there, and I called her Pokimane because I legitimately thought it was Pokimane. I can't tell these dumb Twitch thoughts apart from one another. I did not know there's a difference between Valkyrie and Pokimane.
I think that's absolutely fair. I mean, like, they really do look all alike. So do all the OnlyFans girls. It's kind of weird.
Agreed.
And it's really miserable for all of these people. So we are going to be doing a little bit of a deep dive into this situation because the misery of my enemies that advocate for my death actually pleases me immensely. Now, I know what you're thinking. Nux, that's pretty petty of you. You want these people that are advocating for your death on their streams to have misery? Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, it is petty. Absolutely, of course, yeah. Very petty of me, and we're going to enjoy it.
This is
Fucking
one of
base.
the biggest crash outs that Hassan has had in a while.
Let's go, dude.
Bro is literally on his conquest LARP right now. He's all like, no one else on the left understands.
Yeah.
Did you see? I don't know because me and Sebi watched it last night. Hassan is in his suit arc, is what he called it. He is wearing suits so he can fuck the conservative women. He literally said older conservative women. But he also wears them because, I shit you not, he said this, they make his head look bigger.
Oh,
The comments are breaking him.
Oh my gosh, yes. Call him a white boy. Oh my gosh. I heard that made him freak the fuck out. Call him a fat, small-headed white boy.
He alone fights the good fight for America and Palestine. And other made-up places like Palestine.
All alone. I'm so lonely.
Of party. No one understands the suffering. I just want the left to support terrorists, and there's still some libtards that don't say it out loud. Finally, they're talking.
To be fair, I also want the left to support terrorists. Not, because I want more people to be awakened and have their eyes open to how truly fascist and evil and dictatorial that the left are. So yes, I want more leftists coming out and supporting terrorism so we can point and be like, hey, guys, you want Ocasio-Cortez, who was out there like promoting the Houthis, or do you want Just Dance Advance? Like,
wait, what? She is?
No, I'm saying I want them to. I want more leftists to support terrorists.
Okay.
It will like just solidify right-wing victories for the next generation.
Trying to kill Trump, but I really wish they'd also be killing everyone I don't like. Hassan Piker, ladies and gentlemen, we love him.
I have no support from the Democrats.
Yeah, because you're a terrorist supporter. Democrats, at least, publicly don't want to openly admit that they support terrorism.
Support from the broader leftist movement who say I'm a Zionist.
Meeting yesterday with high school.
He just invented that. That's not real.
Got you
in my district.
My chat.
I just have you, my chat. Miserable.
Well, the rumors are true. He doesn't have his girlfriend anymore, so he really does only have his chat. Well, he still has Kaya.
He's wanting to woo older women. Like he's kind of really fucked up in a lot of ways.
Well, he is, and it's not even hag maxing anymore. It's hag ultra maxing.
Ew.
45-year-old man, slowly balding, going away alone, miserable, no children, no legacy. Just that one guy that shocked his dog.
Wait, so does that mean
Hassan
is now an incel?
Yes, he is
By his own
absolutely an
standards?
incel.
Yeah.
This bitch said my name before Candace Owens on the anti-Semitism bill.
Yeah, because while Candace Owens is absolutely a complete fucking retard, at least she's not openly advocating for killing and raping Jews. You know, Candace Owens will say that Jews invented dinosaurs to trick Christians into disbelieving their faith, or Jews invented space, all right, to trick Christians into not believing that the earth is actually flat, or whatever else Candace Owens is pushing on the Jews.
These are all true statements, by the way.
But you know, the Jews control the American government. I mean, let's be real. I mean, the Jews, obviously, of course, the Jews control the American government. This is old news. We've known this for a long time, Candace. Get with the times, all right? Come on. Hassan Piker's just out there be like, yeah, actually killing Jews is based, actually. Like, we should actually just support the terrorists that are killing Jews. So yeah, understandable.
Then he eats for like 30 seconds without commentary. We'll skip this part.
Yeah.
And I'm so alone, dude.
I'm so alone. Trouble in you know, my
seeing Mighty Boy Two Banger, I think you'll find it's unfuckable loser now, as opposed to incel. Yes, that's true. He did refer to people who play Pragmata, and he referred to gamers in general as unfuckable losers.
Yep.
So yeah, this incel, he's not good enough for the incel term. He is just an unfuckable loser.
My favorite part about leftist policy is it is ultimately just a completely self-defeating system. You know, it's like this movement cannot exist without indoctrination and grooming and importing infinite
Right. Yeah. Like, you can't indoctrinate your own kids into leftism when you keep having them vacuumed out your pussy.
Yeah. Well, that, or like they can't have babies if they're all gay.
There's that. Yeah, they can't have babies if they're all gay, or like you can't have your liberal white woman that gets railed by a black dude, then he runs out on her, so she has to go to Planned Parenthood and be like, scrape it out of me. Like,
yeah, oh my gosh.
Cards from the third world. It's a system that is ultimately self-defeating, leaving and creating the most miserable people on the fucking planet. Because you want to know what actually brings solace and happiness into your life? Getting married, having children, having a family that looks up to you and loves you, that respects you, that you love in return, that you will give your life for. That is true solace, where you are able to emulate God with your actions, literally creating a family that you want to protect and care for. This is true happiness. And the left hates it. And the left is like, no, actually, you should murder your own children and castrate them. Yeah. You shouldn't actually get married. You should become a girl boss. You should get a degree in underwater sodomy. All right? Let's do it, guys. We should, instead of worrying about building a...
Is that an option? Shit. Your boy
underwater
might go to college
sodomy?
the third time, baby.
What?
Maybe this time I'll finish.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe this time I'll finish. That means two things.
Family, why don't you go protest about how Donald Trump is Hitler, actually?
This shit so much. Please sue. I'm gonna end the broadcast right now, I think. If one more dumb fuck in my chat says, please sue, I'm just gonna end it. I'm gonna end it all. I'm gonna end my life, okay? In a video game.
Whoa!
I would have
so
spammed the
excited.
shit out of it. And then called him a coward because he didn't actually do it.
Do a flip.
I don't support that, obviously. I just want Hassan Piker to go to jail or get deported. I don't want him to die.
Next, Hassan is upset.
I'm not saying I want him to die. I'm saying that if he does, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I don't. I couldn't care. There's the leftists are always on. Oh, there's a population crisis. We have too many people. Okay. And there's one solved right there. 8 billion people. We ain't losing a champion.
I would really, ideally, in an ideal world, Hassan Piker would be deported and go to Turkey, where he would go to jail as a traitor and a retard and a gay person, all right? And where he is forced from prison to watch my content. That is the dream. That is the dream.
That Democratic rep Gottheimer.
He literally just tweeted today. It's like, my ops are going crazy, with like a picture of me. So, you know, obviously we live in rent-free in this Turkish roach's head.
Is on CNN, and that they're all criticizing him on the broadcast.
Yeah.
I'm skipping that.
Probably because he supports terrorism.
Because it's like 30 seconds of these people on CNN rambling
wish
while
I
Hassan
had his
stuffs his
energy.
face.
Which one?
Nux. He's so energetic.
I
He's
know.
like bouncing constantly.
This is your brain on drugs.
Yes.
This is your brain on Nux. Like,
It's a very off-putting clip, but that's a TLDR of the context.
There's no world in the United States of America where you can pursue litigation of this sort as a public figure. Some of you Do
I
not
love how this dude is
You
crying.
need to
You know,
start
he
spamming
slandered me.
nerd in
He
his
called-
chat. He needs send him a pocket protector.
That is not the word I thought was gonna follow after pocket. I'm gonna be real. Because he's single now, so like.
Well, I'm sure he was using that anyway.
True.
Called me a pedophile on his stream with zero evidence, obviously, because it's not true. All right. I've only been with one person in my life, and that is the woman I am married to. All right. I preach the traditional lifestyle because I live it, and it's awesome.
Okay.
Thank
You know, yeah, he's got a baby on the way. Or actually, I think it was already born. I'm pretty sure he's
Congratulations,
Papa Nux now.
How cute.
If not, he's going to be soon.
That's awesome.
God. But Hassan Piker goes out there and he calls me a pedophile, all right, in front of his millions of people. And I can't fucking sue this guy because to win a actual slander case in the United States, because thank God we have freedom of speech, I am ultimately a public figure. So I can't actually prove that without proving some sort of actual damages. And I mean, my career is going well. I get more views on my videos than he does on his videos. So obviously he really doesn't like that very much. However, I can't prove damages. I'm just felt like it was important to point out this blue retard on the internet. I get more views on my videos than the biggest leftist political commentator on the planet. I just thought that was important to note.
He's come such a long way from biggest flexes in anime. Now he has become the anime main character doing the flexing.
Hell yeah.
I comprehend that. Okay, still fucking annoying to constantly have to be compared to Candace Owens, dude.
You're about as
frustrating.
retarded. It makes sense.
I will say, this actually makes me less racist and less misogynistic by accident, because I hate Hassan more than Candace Owens. I hate this guy more than I hate a black woman. Like, I'm losing my touch with my own racism and misogyny because this dude exists.
You know, honestly, I hear that. I feel that. That's rough, buddy.
Rating.
You know what? I'll give us on that one, though. Being compared to Candace Owens would be horrific.
My parents
True.
think you're an
I
anti-Semite.
feel like we should compare him more to like other people like Nasrallah or some other terrorist supporter.
My parents do. Okay, great. Well, maybe you should do a better job of explaining to them that that's not the case.
And why is this?
Is he crashing out on his stream to tell his chat to explain to their parents why Hassan Piker is not like Candace Owens?
Hold on. Can I find it? Please tell me. Is that why he's wearing the suit now? Please don't tell me I removed it from my bookmarks. Please tell me I saw my bookmarks and I didn't remove it last night after showing it to Sev. Scrolling. If I removed it, I'm going to be so upset with myself. I think... damn it. Hold on. I wonder if maybe I can just do a quick... Hassan suit. Yes. Okay. Thankfully, it was very easy to find.
Oh my gosh, he looks like a fucking nerd.
Just wait.
Always in a suit. I'm a suit guy now. This is it. I'm in my suit era. I think we already established that. Part of the reason why is because
Stuck in the 70s.
part of the reason why I'm in a suit all the time is because, you know, moms and dads are watching.
After he crashed out on that fucking viewer for not explaining to his parents that he's like Candace Owens, that he's not like Candace Owens. Moms and dad. Dude, that one comment affected him so fucking much.
I think he's like the biggest example of audience captured I've ever seen.
It's on. You're correct, though. You are absolutely correct. Paul with a 2-banger. Thank you, Zenny. Leon, I need to up my racism. Moving the goalposts, bro.
Hell yeah.
By the time I'm finished, we're going to have I'm going to hold the Guinness World Record for largest football field, and then I'm only going to allow white players on the field. Like, that's what we doing up in this bitch. Thank you for the 2-banger.
2 reasons. 1, it makes my head look bigger.
I know, right?
Oh, man.
Number 2, a lot of conservatives come in here to watch lately to see what's going on. And
no, conservatives come in not to see what's going on, specifically to watch you crash out like you did on probably your 15-year-old viewer. Just like
as a chatter correctly pointed to, wearing a suit, basically like lingerie for old conservative ladies. Yeah, they love that shit. Gets them horny. And
You're creepy.
in their horny moment,
It like, I don't care what he's talking about. He's just a creepy motherfucker.
Hold on. I mean, you say he's creepy. Do I still... Please tell me this is still easy to find.
They just are a lot more receptive to what I have to say. This is how we spark the revolution, ladies and gentlemen. This is how we do it.
Oh my gosh.
Remember, this is the same guy.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is Bro Tip. This week's Bro Tip is about bringing out the alpha male in you. A few things to consider when you're thinking about Lady Gaga as the top contender for Babe of the Week should be the fact that she might have a penis. The fact that Lady Gaga might have a small penis does absolutely terrify me. Here's why the 5-second rule works. Because when you start thinking for longer than 5 seconds, you're immediately not thinking with your dick and also thinking with this pesky thing up here that we like to call our brains. So once you start thinking with your brain, you're immediately going to psych yourself out. Come back again next week when we discuss the legendary question of all time. Old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question mark? I want to say thank you to Miley Cyrus for showing off her camel toe at the VMAs the other night. I always knew Hannah Montana was a little slut. Don't even...
Oh, yeah, that's the behavior of a guy who goes to a brothel.
What happens when your father doesn't pay attention to you? You turn out to be a slut who's craving for attention, and then I tend to pick you up at a bar late night and bang you out on the first date.
Just wanted to remind everybody that who Hassan Piker is, just in case you had forgotten.
Oh my gosh.
Mighty boy for a two-banger. Conservatives watch the same way people... Exactly, the same way gamers watch DSP. Bingo, bango, bongo. You're exactly correct. Thank you for the two-banger.
It's crazy how the horseshoe theory is just completely vindicated every time. The far right, as they
What's the horseshoe theory?
Far right. She's just a leftist.
Horseshoe theory is when... so you know how horseshoes have like this U shape?
Yeah.
But the horseshoes, they get... The U, the two ends are closer together at the top than at the bottom. So the further left and further right you go, eventually you come back closer together. So horseshoe theory is the far left, far right. They really just end up in the same spot.
Ah, okay.
All right, but they call her a far right. A far right person? Get out of here.
This guy always derailing his stream to pull up random chatters. Now he's got beef with this random chatter's parents.
Hey, let's
dude,
go.
Just do your show. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And yes, I know there are entire Reddits, Discords, and Twitter communities with nothing but my haters who live to have me read their stupid ass comment and like get mad in the process. I know. I just want what's best for people, man. It sucks so
I'm
bad.
just a wholesome chungus that supports the rape of Jews. I'm just wholesome. Yeah, I think America deserved 9/11 and that my audience should go kill Senator Rick Scott, but I just want what's best for people, dude.
To just like be professionally misunderstood all the goddamn time. It's so fucking annoying. And stop falling for it. You will never understand what it's like.
Oh no, he's pulling up another chatter. Here we go again.
That's just the reality. Okay, you're not in this.
I am literally suffering so much. I have a mansion and a $200,000 Porsche and designer clothes, and I live with $50 million in the bank. You will never understand.
Position. I will never be able to communicate it to you. Okay, it's just virtually impossible. This is an unbelievably sophisticated machine that never stops. It's day in, day out. It's backed by a shit ton of people who have nothing else to live for, and you're over here making it seem
I love
like
how this dude is miserable and alone. And all these families that actually don't like the idea that we have Islamic terrorism in our country. And this dude is like, oh, you have nothing to live for.
I'm just too weak.
You know, I'd almost feel bad for the guy if he didn't bring this all upon
If
himself.
he wouldn't abuse his dog, I would feel a little bad for him, maybe.
I wouldn't. Even without abusing his dog, I wouldn't feel bad for him whatsoever. In fact, abusing his dog, it's kind of like the icing on the cake. It's like, oh, good. People finally woke up to what I'd always seen in this motherfucker. So, Kaya, arf. That translates to, you're going to need to take one for the team. I'm going to need you to get shocked a little bit more, but it'll be okay because I've heard reliably that all dogs go to heaven.
Oh, no.
And show no accountability for that. Like, he's acting confused about why people have this opinion of him as if he's not the one who put out so many horrible statements over the years. And then, of course, there's also the whole Kaya stuff, but we've talked about that plenty. We also have an update on Valkyrie, Hassan's apparent girlfriend or not. I don't even know what's going on with that. Apparently they broke up or something. Whole thing's been weird for
I would like to disagree with this statement. All dogs do not go to heaven. Have you ever seen a fucking Pomeranian? Them bitches ain't going to, them bitches ain't even going to hell. They're like they are banned to purgatory for the rest of their dog afterlife. Constantly wandering the endless abysses for somebody to fucking bite unnecessarily. Fuck Pomeranians.
For a long time. But let's start with this. Valkyrie says online hate about her age led to her canceling collabs.
Back to the main point that happened this past week.
Hate about her age means she is very self-conscious that she's getting old. Her eggs are drying up and falling out of her vagina, and she's never going to have children. And ultimately, that's what women want. You know, a lot of people say most women want kids. All women want kids. Some women don't admit it to themselves, but I think all women want kids.
So obviously, it's nothing I never want to admit this, but it really affected me over the years. Like all the hate, all of the, like, oh, you're too old for this. You suck.
Damn, that sucks. Shame you're worth $50 million and can literally leave the public eye whenever you wanted to. But instead of doing that, you refuse. You refuse. You need to keep girl bossing. Look, man, this is the most self-induced issue of all time.
Start a family. It actually did get to me, admittedly.
Boy, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Who is this dumb fucking Asian slut that she's with that's like just telling her everything she wants to hear? Because no, it is not sad. Maybe you'd shut the fuck up, gotten dick down, gotten pregnant, you'd be in a much better situation.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a bullet dodge. It's no longer Hassan.
I also feel like it's a bullet dodge for the rest of society that this thing isn't a mother.
Yes.
The firstest of the first world problems.
The good news is she has her girlfriend to gas her up about how she's actually completely vindicated about her complaints.
No, I don't want it to. It has, because I start thinking like, you're right. What am I doing? And it's
True. Haters correct once again.
Oh man, like
you're living your.
But this is
mandatory sterilization. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I know, right?
The last time we talked about mandatory sterilization, there was a certain I'm Schleigen Fleigel has that sort of dude, right? Hitler, and he may have been on something, but he was wanting to mandatorily sterilize the wrong type of folk. I think we need to mandatorily sterilize any individual who streams on Kick and has leftist opinions or has talked about how they don't want kids and that family values and the nuclear family is the wrong way to live your life. I think
68 IQ or lower.
Yeah, 68 IQ or lower. If you've ever had OnlyFans and shown your titties, your butthole or whatnot for the price of a McChicken, look, you could still show up your titties and your butthole, but you can now no longer ever get pregnant. I'm willing to make that compromise.
I think that's a fair compromise. It keeps them from killing kids proactively.
Like my career.
She's not. She is literally not married, no kids, getting old, no purpose in life, nothing. And she's totally right. She's right. Yeah.
Here, like I'm having this. I like this.
Oh, you have a YouTube channel and you have friends that gas you up on feminist bullshit.
First of all, it's kind of funny that Lily Pichu stopped doing the Sweet and Sour podcast with Pokimane, but now she's doing a podcast with Valkyrie. Maybe it's a one episode thing. I don't know, but that is funny. It's like the same person, basically. Real talk, though. This is a great example of toxic positivity, something that we've seen permeates notoriously throughout the AAA gaming industry.
Kind of, Kalika, yes.
It's feminism. It is literally feminism. It's this toxic femininity. All right, toxic empathy, that's nothing like toxic positivity, that's toxic femininity. This is the most classic toxic feminine trait ever. And there's a lot of amazing, positive, fantastic feminine traits. This is not one of them. Gassing up the girl that's literally fucking killing herself. Nah, sorry, dude.
It's a bit of a...
If she was a real friend, she'd tell her she's being retarded.
Right, which is why I wouldn't call this toxic femininity. I would call this feminine warfare. This is feminine warfare.
Mm-hmm. They want you to fail. Like ultimately, they always want you to fail.
Yeah, there's Family Guy hit the fucking nail on the head. Did you ever see the episode of Family Guy where Peter, Brian, Quagmire, and I think Joe all wake up in a hospital with no memories, and they have to basically and the world is empty. It's just them four, and it's them like rediscovering their friendship through bonding through this world of they don't know each other. All their memories are gone, and they basically re-become the same friends they already were.
Oh wow, no, I haven't seen that one.
Really good episode. It's basically Stewie put together this AI like reboot style headset. They trapped them all in to prove that Brian and Peter would still be friends even if they didn't have all the history. Their friendship was that natural. They would be able to recome to it again, right? But the episode ends with a joke where it cuts to Stewie's little VR thing, and Meg, Lois, and Bonnie are in it together, and they're all like ripping each other's hairs, pulling at it, fighting. And he's like, "Oh yes, I did the exact same experiment with the women. They've been in there 5 minutes. Haven't even tried to learn each other's names yet." Like,
what the
fucking accurate. There's a reason women cannot be actual friends with other women, except in a small minority of cases. And this is the only time where I think a small minority is, well, frankly, I think all minorities should be small, because gross minorities. But the point is, women can't be friends with another. It doesn't work.
No, there's outlier situations, okay?
That's why I said I said that.
Oh my goodness.
But the exception to the rule proves the rule.
Yeah. No, I like Sevi, but I won't gas her up. Like if
Exactly.
if
Nor
she
would I
ever
expect
asks
you
me,
to.
"Hey, does this make my butt look fat?" Don't ask me that. I'll let you know.
To be fair, I told her not to ask me that unless she wanted a real answer. So
No. Why is this toxic positivity though? Because
Men,
for
we
a
know
moment,
how to be
Valkyrie
friends.
actually
Mm-hmm.
was considered.
For a moment, she had a moment of lucidity where she actually did realize that her life is kind of worthless. The way it stands right now, completely miserable and alone, but just grinding to be a girl boss. And her girlfriend immediately squashed that notion in her head. No, you're doing everything right. The girl boss life is better. That's why it's toxic.
Having some self-reflection. There's actually nothing wrong with her being in her 30s, mid-30s, and thinking, hey, do I want to do this my whole life?
Nothing wrong. No, she doesn't want to do this her whole life. Oh my God.
Maybe at some point I want to
10 years before this, she'd have some kids. Her life would be drastically better. And she doesn't want to admit
I'm a little bit more than friends with Sevi, but I get what you're trying to say.
that to herself.
like unwind with this public presence, get a family, have kids. There is nothing wrong with her thinking about such a thing. And Valkyrie even says for a moment she was thinking like, oh, those people are right. What am I doing? And again, whether she agrees with
Look,
them or
I'm not endorsing any harassment of any of these people, by the way. I don't think you should go out there and harass these people.
I don't know if this counts as harassment or not, but just if you're watching a Valkyrie stream, I don't know if there would necessarily be anything wrong with spamming the link to Leaflets Have Babies in her chat.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not saying one way or the other to do it. I'm saying I don't know if it would be considered harassment. That's a question.
No, just ask her if she made Shinzo Abe proud.
Yeah. Just have you made Shinzo Abe proud yet? Oh, have you made Shinzo Abe proud yet? And then you're gonna hear this dumb leftist cunt. Who's Shinzo Abe?
Oh my gosh.
From a perspective of an educational perspective, because I am an education channel first and foremost. Yeah, this bitch fucking up her own life.
not, it still shows self-reflection
And she'll blame
and
everybody
interest in
else but
improving as a
herself.
person. As
Oh, that's just a woman thing, to be fair.
Yeah.
leveling up, but Lily Pichu instantly starts giving this toxic positivity. Like, no, you're just being human. You're living your best life.
No, but
not necessarily. You don't know that. Again, there's nothing wrong with her considering other options.
Like, you're living your.
There is in the feminoid worldview.
This is like my career. Like I'm
You like
having
this. You have
yeah, I
friends.
like
You're-
this. And
Yeah.
so I realized, especially
That's
in the
right.
past
Squash
few
her back in that box. She almost escaped the cage.
years, because I'm 34 now, I've tried
Clock is ticking.
to avoid situations where age might become the topic. And so, for example, I was supposed to do a collab with Your Rage, and it was supposed to be an IRL stream, just one-on-one, but I asked, I was like, hey, can we do like a gaming thing with a group, do it in a group? And so we did Mario Party with Extra Emily and Leslie, and it was really fun. It was awesome. It was fun. I was also supposed to go to the Philippines.
Female gamers, everybody, breaking
yeah.
out the Mario Party.
Yeah.
They're real gamers, let me tell you.
With Jason the Ween, and it was like a one-on-one thing, and I realized I was like, man, I just like don't want to IRL stream. Like I actually just want to stay home and be comfortable. So I ended up canceling that. And
Her
also,
body is screaming at her to get married and become a mom. And she is screaming back at her very physiology. No, the girl boss lifestyle is better. This is like actually heartbreaking, man.
so the scheduling didn't work out anyways. But and then
to be serious for just a moment, I don't know if we've talked. I know I've talked about this, but I don't know if I've talked about it with you, Cindy. So I don't know if you're aware of this. I'm sure you've heard of the male loneliness epidemic.
Yeah.
Did you know that there is actually an equal female loneliness epidemic?
Oh, for sure.
Do you know what age group it affects?
The 20-somethings?
Nope.
Really?
Middle-aged women. So the numbers for the loneliness epidemic in general are actually the exact same amongst men and women. It's just the age groups that differ. For men, it is the 18 to 30s, give or take. And for women, it is the ones that in the middle age that no men want because they've been used and they're dried up and they won't have kids and whatnot. So these men in their age range, the 40s and 50s, are going for the younger women that they can have families with, have babies with. So the numbers are actually equal. Women are just going through it later. She is about to be part of that female loneliness epidemic, and it's all her own fucking fault.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's this beautiful 19-year-old, just incredible creator. She can sing, gorgeous. Her name is Yana. And we'd been talking for a while about collabing. I didn't want to do an IRL stream, but I also wanted to plan something that'd be appropriate. And the way I worded it on stream, it came off as if I didn't want to collab with her because she was 19, which is just simply not true.
So for context on the
I didn't want to collab with her because she was 19. I didn't want to collab with her because she's younger than me and hotter and evidently more talented, and all the male attention will then go to her, and it will only further the fact that my eggs are drying up and people don't want me anymore because I'm already entering my golden years. The best years of my life are behind them. My eggs are drying up, and I'm going to be a worthless loser cat lady within the next decade. At least I'll be rich, though.
Oh my god. This is why women need men from keeping them from making bad decisions like this.
Dude, Sevi had me choose her outfit the other day and then said, I would just rather you make all the decisions for me. I picked what clothes she wore so she didn't have to make those decisions.
That's fucking fair. There are days I can understand that.
Yup. Men should just make all decisions for women ever. Do you realize how easy it is? Mine is one restaurant in Boston. I made every single decision about when and where we went to eat.
Oh, that's awesome.
How it should be.
That is something I can appreciate because I just don't like making decisions.
Women in general don't.
Yeah, but I also feel like denying your nature and wanting to have a child is going to lead to worse depression, not because she doesn't have kids, right? But because that, not being able to do that is going to have a physical effect on her.
Yeah,
and it's going to
you got your brain screaming at you, nurture. And if you got nothing to nurture, that's going to manifest physically as well. You're going to get sick. You're going to start thinking about things in an improper way because you're going against your literal natural biology.
Right.
Was getting criticism for declining this collab specifically because she phrased the age gap as inappropriate, which people thought was weird phrasing. But there's nothing wrong with someone in their mid-30s not wanting to do an IRL stream collab with someone who's a decade and a half younger than they are.
I get it.
Most people, when they go out, they tend to want to be around people that are close to their age group. So there's nothing wrong with
that. Except that's never been the case for fucking Twitch streamers. That's never been the case for Twitch streamers. They want to go with whoever is the most popular so they can leech off of each other's fucking audiences.
True.
The age thing is purely because this woman is a young, and I don't know who they're talking about, but I'm going to assume she's a young, hot up-and-comer, and she's going to siphon away Valkyrie's simps.
Yes, and Valkyrie is going to be very protective of her simps. This is how women usually are. I don't believe Leaflet's that way. I feel like Leaflet would absolutely bend over backwards if you were to ask for help. But I know if you reached out to Valkyrie.
Hit me up the other day saying, yo, when we collabing again.
Yeah.
She does not need to fucking do that. She gave because she's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And you're not going to see that with other female content creators. I mean, there are a few, but they are definitely outliers.
So you and I were friends prior to you being a content creator. So it's not like a male-female dynamic thing. It's if you end up, which I wholeheartedly believe you will, eclipsing me in subs and views and whatnot, you and I are still going to hang out and stream one night just like we always do. Because, there's nothing to gain one way or the other from either of us. We're just fucking hanging out and streaming because we're friends.
Yeah, pretty much.
But now she's saying that's not the problem. So she's been all over the place with this. I don't even know what her stance actually is at this point.
We were planning things.
I know what her stance is. Her stance is.
By the way, it might go without saying. I don't know if I should have said that about legal demon or whatnot. We have no plans to do it in the immediate future. Don't anybody just like go in her stream and ask and spam shit like that. That's uncouth, uncalled for. I was just using that as an example of how she is different than most female content creators.
True.
Feel like I should go ahead and clarify that now. It'll happen at some point, but neither of us have any initial plans for anything.
Desperately wants to stay home. She wants to stay home, get married, and have kids. But she also is literally living the best life. She's making millions. She's famous. And it's stopping her from being happy.
I think that she's so talented. I want to be someone that younger streamers can look up to and that I can help raise up. Ugh.
Hey, you are literally, I mean this as no offense, you're a bad role model. You are a bad role model. I'm sorry.
And role model is the right word because remember, Twitch is 13 plus.
Yeah.
They know they're getting children. I ban anybody in my streams the moment you even allude to the fact that you are underage. But
yeah.
Twitch intentionally targets children.
It's really disgusting.
A good role model would be someone who's married and has a family and kids that they love.
What
that loves them with a stable household with a husband. That's a role model.
Oh God, I wish I'm just a poorly spoken person. Okay, that's a lot of fucking trauma, and I feel like I'm also too open for my own good.
No one buys that shit. You are a fucking self-obsessed fucking content creator. You are an influencer. You have everything at your beck and call. Shut the fuck up with your trauma.
And just to add to the rest of that, because I mean I agree with literally everything you just said, but cherry on top.
The government can suck it.
Honestly, but yeah. But at the end of the day, I realize I think I've been putting it off so long because I don't want to admit that I had a problem. Like I didn't want to leave Twitter because I didn't want them to win, like push me off of it. You know what I mean? Which is really stupid at the end of the day because like it really is just a small bubble. It's like the worst people in the world.
The reason why it's affecting her so much is because they're right. Obviously, not all the caters are right, but some of them are right, man.
And that's the thing that men had this problem too, but I think women had this problem even worse. The truth will always destroy you more than a lie. You can like when JDA publicly accused me and Madame Savvy of being pedophiles because we don't think art should be censored. Dude actively said to all 12 people in his audience that Leon is a pedophile. I was enraged. I was pissed. That was disgusting and it was awful. And I was like, that is a terrible label. And then after about 24 hours, I was like, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Were there any true statements he said, the ones that could actually cut deep and hurt? The truth will always hurt more than any sort of lie.
Oh, for sure. And usually when you lie, it's because you know the truth hurts. And so you come up with the most reasonable lie you can think of.
Exactly. No, I don't know if reasonable is the right word, but yeah, I get what you mean.
And it's eating her alive because she kind of knows they're right. And inside, she desperately believes them. She just doesn't want them to win. No,
yes,
I will not
JDA
back down. I will not take accountability. Nope. It's really heartbreaking. Look, man, I get so many haters. Like insane amounts. I get death threats. I get haters. I get like these fictional stories about how I was blown up by Iranian missiles or some shit. I get it every single day. Every day I get these death threats and hate.
If he was blown up by Iranian missiles, there would be another to rise and take his place. Nux Taku is the Obi-Wan Kenobi of VTubing political content creation. If they strike him down, he will become more powerful than we could possibly imagine.
And all this garbage. And you know what? I really don't fucking care. Like, don't bother me in my IRL life. I literally do not fucking care at all, actually. I'm incredibly, thank God, blessed to have the life that I do, to have the family that I do, to have the community and support that I have. And I recognize that. And I thank God for it every single day. And I do not give a shit about what the retards say about me because honestly, ever since I've been doing politics content, I have been doing my absolute best to be completely upfront and honest and push a true message, a positive, true message. And I don't care how messy and how ugly.
I'm going to disagree with that a bit. Homie caps too much for the fucking Jews, but, you know, that beyond that, I think he does mostly put the positive message.
Well, I mean, that's natural. The Jews always stick up for the Jews.
That's true.
or how blunt it sounds sometimes, or how abrasive it might seem to people, because I think I'm pushing the truth and the word of God as much as I possibly can. Sorry, I'm tired of infinite child castration and genital mutilation and infinite abortion jutsu. Sorry, don't like that shit, and I will talk out about it. And yes, I will lose friends because of it online, and yes, I don't care. And yes, your boos mean nothing, because I've seen...
Bro, infinite abortion jutsu is fucking crazy. Like, I kind of want to go into ChatGPT and be like, yo, generate an AI image based on infinite abortion no jutsu. Like, that's wild.
What makes you cheer? The reason why the boos actually affect Valkyrie is because she knows the boos are right. When I get a leftoid making some hit piece on me, so someone made a video about me, like a 2-hour-long video about how I'm pro-slavery, and they could tell from my stances because I quote the Bible, and I do not care at all, bro. Do not care. All right, I didn't even watch the video. I just saw the title and thumbnail. But like, what I'm trying to say is, the reason why the boos are affecting you is because the boos are right. If the boos really, really were wrong, they would mean nothing to you.
I keep thinking you're saying boobs.
Entire
Yeah, I know. I keep hearing boobs as well.
thing is to clip farm you and pokey and etc.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a therapist. I've got one. I'm gonna actually get off Twitter. I need to stop explaining myself, and I'm just gonna freaking show love to the people that deserve it. I know I've said this before. I relapse sometimes, but
Yeah, so my nuclear take on therapists is that 9 out of 10 therapists are just gonna reinforce the bullshit.
They are enablers. Now, if you got a therapist that'll tell you, yo, shut the fuck up and quit being a faggot, all right, fair enough. Good therapist. Most therapists just reinforce your bad fucking behaviors by validating your stupid ass gay emotions.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't the answer "shut the fuck up, quit being a faggot" usually the correct answer? Like 90% of the time.
Therapists don't give that. They say, no, your emotions are valid. It's okay to feel that way. Explore yourself a little more. Keep indulging. They do nothing but validate the bullshit that's put you in the position to begin with and just tell you you're okay for feeling the way you feel.
Yeah, that's bull.
Biases, but only 1 out of 10 therapists are actually helpful. It's so sad that we live in a society like this where so many people are just lost.
But yeah,
This is just sad, man.
Yeah.
It's sad because, as we've talked about already, Valkyrie actually is capable of self-reflection, but she constantly diverts away from it. Now she's talking about getting a therapist, and it's like, dude, you already know what the problem is and what changes you need to make. Instead of getting toxic positivity from...
Yeah, but ironically enough, this is a rock and a hard place situation. The problem is she hasn't had any fucking babies. However, if she does, that becomes a problem for the rest of us because she has a baby and raises a child and brings into her world, into this world with her worldview and her ideology and her evil way of living life.
I don't know, because there's a real chance, right, that she would actually change the way she thinks because now she has a human life that she may or may not have bonded to. She's kind of a sociopath, so I don't know. I don't think it's possible.
I get what you're saying, and hopefully that'd be the case, but I don't know if I want to run the risk when you got bitches out there like Megan Fox to trans all 3 of their fucking kids.
That should please make that illegal someday.
It should be like, if the idea is like, oh, the motherly instinct, the paternal instinct kicks in and makes you an actual good person. And for a lot of women, maybe that's true. But when I see Megan Fox and all these other Hollywood fucktwats transing their kids, I don't want to run that risk. I want to roll that fucking dice on Valkyrie.
Lily Pichu, and probably from the therapist next.
Yep.
Put in the work and make those changes.
Yep.
Lastly, if you haven't seen this clip, this is why people are saying that Valkyrie has broke up with Hassan.
Oh, shit.
I've been crying a lot.
But like, she needs a husband so badly. Like, this is something you tell
I
your
don't
husband,
think
man,
Hassan
not your
is
fucking
it. Just say.
My sister was batshit crazy, but as soon as she was pregnant, completely cleaned up everything. That's true. That is true. I'm not saying it couldn't happen that she changes Sev. I know it's entirely possible. I'm saying that we want to roll those dice. We want to flip that coin.
Which
it might be better for this one to just die alone and never have kids ever.
What are we doing?
But it's more so like not that I'm okay. It's more so I've been
having a kid can absolutely stop you from being a shitty person. There's a million stories of people who reform their life after having children because, like, it's very obvious you haven't had a kid if you think this. having a kid literally changes your brain chemistry for men and for women. When I had a kid, it without even it being a conscious thought, it changed my driving habits. I didn't consciously think, oh, I need to be safe, baby, on board. No, it just happened. A flip just, it happens for all people. Once you have a kid, in most people, yeah, it does actually stop you from being a shitty person. Now, that's not going to be the case for everybody, but by and large, it does.
Speaking to my, I spoke to my ex a lot, and their messages were really sad, and I feel so. It's very emotional. Very emotional. Yeah, but it's life is lifing, and it's like, wow, holy crap, I can't believe. Yeah, sorry to hear that. No, it's okay. It's just, it just makes me wonder, what life could have been like if, things were different. It's like,
if I wasn't famous and instead was married and had a family.
It's sad. It's just life is
brutal. Yeah, it doesn't work on sociopaths. Yeah, exactly. So sociopaths, psychopaths. That's a mental condition that, yeah, having kids is not going to fix that because you were already fucking broken mentally. But for the majority of people, it does. It's an instant chemistry rewrite in your brain.
But don't you know that's her trauma?
But yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes when I'm sure you guys
I just can't believe how parasocial so many streamers are. That's really all I got to say about that.
That is miserable. Absolutely miserable. But yeah, anyway, trouble in paradise. Wow, you go woke, you go broke, you woke too close to the sun, yada yada, etc. etc. But yeah, it's crazy how every single leftist policy is just so obviously self-destructive. They have to literally mind rape you to keep you on track. It's heartbreaking. It really is. I really do hope that she figures shit out and finds a way to be happy moving forward. It just fucking sucks, man.
I don't wish for success on people like that. Not good on Nux being a better person. I'm not. There's the video. Make sure to give it a like. I should post it here so that it goes to Kick as well. But yeah, I do not wish for the best for shitty people. I want to see them crash and burn, and those of us that are doing well can just do even better. Because Mighty Boy is correct here with a 5-banger. Thank you. Women having kids is like men getting rich. It makes you more of who you are as a person. Actual evil people just get more evil. Lost lambs come back. Bingo, bango, bongo. I agree with that sentiment. Absolutely. This is for you.
Leon, Moxie, are y'all niggas happy? Y'all happy? You proud of yourself? I hope you niggas is happy. Congratulations to all the new single moms on the channel, but I just hope you niggas are just so happy with what you've done.
Shout out. Thank you for the 5-banger. I think it's about time to borrow a line from Moxie to bring this crazy train into a station while I set up a raid. Cindy, you got any final thoughts on that video? Then we can do some outros.
I mean, good for her. It's a step in the right direction for, healing. I think dumping Hassan, getting out of the left will definitely help her, but I doubt that's what she'll do. She's too self-centered.
You've got you got so much more hope than me.
Well, I mean, I'd like to believe. But yeah, this is, I don't know. To me, it just feels performative.
Normally Nick is live, but I don't see his upcoming stream, so we'll rate Amalgamite.
That's weird because I have his stream next.
Oh, well, Amalgamite rated me last week, and she's an absolute sweetheart. I rate Nick every week. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna rate her. And then on Kick, we will raid ABF. Let me set the Kick raid right now. And Cindy, tell people who you are, what you do, what you got coming on, the whole 9.
Okay, well, guys, I am Cinevere. I like to talk about anime and gaming, so I'll be doing that tonight with my usual Midnight Sin. I'm not sure what we'll talk about yet, but after this, I also have Nick. The Plot Strikes Back. We are talking about 310 to Yuma. Great movie. I liked it. Not the best one in my opinion, but it was a lot of fun. So yeah, guys, I've posted my schedule in a timely manner, so make sure you guys follow me and hang out because I really like seeing you cuties in the chat.
You'll love to see it. As for me, videos and streams every day. I'm going to bust my ass tonight to try and get my mixtape video finished so I can drop it tomorrow because you guys need to see it. It is some of the most evil, vile shit you could think of. And last but not least, because I am at least somewhat of a decent boyfriend. Sevi released a video today. It is supposedly awesome. I haven't watched it yet because I've been streaming. We'll actually go over the video on on Wednesday's show. But watch it now. Let me go ahead and grab the link and drop it for you guys. I would like to see her video absolutely explode with views. It's about Roblox stealing your data, which, I mean, what a shock. But maybe it'd be nice to hear it from an actual lawyer. So there's the link. Make sure to give my girl Sevi his absolute love on the video. And as for me, videos and streams every day. May or may not have tinfoil haters tomorrow. It will depend on how much I need to go down this editing rabbit hole, because the video is going to take me a bit. That being said, make sure to tell Amalgamite, Words of Paradise raid, Vital Idol raid. Over on Kick, tell Alec Baldwin's finger, Vital Idol raid. Until next time, it is all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise. Thank you so much for the donos. I couldn't do it without